Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troupe. We're here with more Whispers in the Mist. The announcements before we get started. If you're enjoying what we're doing, there are many ways to support the show. We have a Beacons page with all of our affiliate links, and we have a Redbubble and a coffee for direct donations. We also accept all of your credit cards and personal information. That would be fantastic.
Social security number.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your mother's maiden name
numbers.
and her phone number. Please include your mother's phone number. It's important to us.
Unless
Yes,
she's
please.
like Ruby's mom, and then no,
And don't.
just
We don't want anything.
don't
to do
want
with
that.
You can
I mean,
also-
I still want to call her and tell her what blue tastes like.
Okay, fair. We can do that.
it tastes like tequila. You can also find all of our social media links on there to keep up with updates about the show and join our Discord for fun stuff and notifications when we go live. It's great. There's pictures of pets and food in there. If you're watching the video on YouTube, you can catch us live each week. Mostly Fridays. Well, soon to be mostly Fridays. Because we can't stick to one single day ever.
No.
We're chaotic.
Impossible.
You really can't expect us to stick to a schedule. There's a lot of ADHD up in here. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
ADHD and burnout.
Oh,
General
that too.
life things.
Oof. Gets us all.
It really does.
So that's why you should join the Discord, because then you'll always know when we're live.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's all I got. Darren, take us away.
Woo. All right. Ugh, been a while again. All right. So to catch us all up on the happenings, last session, we finished up our quest to rid the town of Paradise of a hitchhiking ghost. Got all of that wrapped up neatly for the most part. Went back and talked to JT Fields III, who was able to, in return for helping him out, give you some information on the best way to take out the dead queen in this situation. The dead queen, of course, being Ruby's mother in some way. And I don't think we ever nailed down the specific way that worked, but that's
I don't know
okay.
if we need to. I think we can just...
I don't
think
really
so.
want to
I
know.
think we can just leave that one to die.
Exactly. We don't need that one. Anyway, the dead queen, of course, will be ritually returned to the earth soon from her imprisonment. And the goal is to stop her from doing that and to hopefully find a permanent solution to stop her from rising again. Which JT Fields III gave us some good details on that. He said it's best when she's trying to possess Ruby to cast a ritual of some kind to hold her in place and make her weaker so that you can then stab her with a very specific dagger that she gave you guys, which was one that she owned in life. And it was this very like simple dagger, had a bit of rust on it. No like discerning properties, really. It just seems like a normal old dagger. But that is now in your possession to hopefully stab the dead queen once the ritual is complete and she's in a mortal form to be stabbed. He also made sure to mention that you'll probably hit resistance with some of her beasts of the earth, the undead creatures that you guys have run into a couple of times. Yeah, that's basically where we are. So you got that information. He said, go talk to my boy, the railroad man, and he'll hook you up. Gave you guys a like black business card to hand to him as a favor. He went out onto the tracks, found this like ghostly figure who just gestured on the track after accepting the business card. You guys followed the track a little further and found yourselves several days down the track in but a moment, where you found yourself at the town of I forgot the name of the town. It's been a
Baker's
while.
Gap.
Thank you, Baker's Gap. which is this small town that is near the town of Sanctuary, and is where the people of that cult gather a lot of their goods and do their runs of just like general, we need to go to a town to collect a thing. From there, you guys decided to one last time contact the Witch Queen, who is distinct from the Dead Queen. The Witch Queen, you guys found, did what you needed to do to call her out in the woods. Her cabin showed up in the middle of nowhere. You guys talked to her, and she said that she could get, call some of her friends to help with a distraction of sorts on the outskirts of Sanctuary when you guys are ready to sneak in to try and collect the book that'll help you guys with your ritual, and to hopefully get this ritual done and get the Dead Queen out of there. So, and then she graciously let you guys spend the night in her cabin. We'll pick up with you guys waking up the next morning. You're in the Witch Queen's cabin herself, got a bit of rest. I'm kind of turning it over to you guys right away of what your plan is. You're in the woods a couple of hours outside of where Sanctuary is, and just outside of Baker's Gap. You guys kind of wake up together. What's up?
Do I look like a gal with a plan?
Our goal is to do this after nightfall, right?
Yeah. I don't think we should probably do it in the daytime.
Yes. How would you guys spend your day?
Getting ammo if we can.
Yeah, we got a bunch of money we can spend.
Yeah.
More explosives?
Preparing, yes. Explosive. Great.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case things go really wrong or really right.
Maybe see.
What were you asking, Kara?
If silver bullets would be beneficial in this situation, because we have a couple.
I got a silver knife.
I'll say that you guys have fought these things a couple of times, and it seemed like normal attacks seemed to get through. They're a little bit more sturdy than regular, but you're able to kind of like dismantle them in a way, or you just got to do enough damage to them that they can no longer function because they're being held up by magic. They're basically just like dead bones and flesh that you have to dismantle.
Are there
Zombie
magic?
marionettes?
Yeah, are there magically disrupting bullets or anything like that we can try and secure?
We got that
that's
witch
great,
bullet, but
yeah, that's more for witches though.
witch crate
What-
queen.
what is-
Shooter.
Do you have the name of that thing? The witch bullet thing?
The pokeberry bullets or something?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shoot the
hopefully.
witch queen.
Yeah.
Don't they work
Um,
against her minions though too? Like the minions and the witch will take damage.
I don't know.
I thought it was
You-
just a witch, but
Let me look something up really quick. Bear with me. And
Let's
then
do.
I can give you a specific answer on that. Give me that name one more time. I'm sorry.
Pokeberry bullets.
Pokeberry. Gotcha.
Or
Gotcha.
Pokeberry, however you want to. Whatever inner child tells you how to pronounce it.
Yeah, Poke. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've watched a lot of Pokemon, then
It's
you know
poke.
what that is.
Pokeberry.
Yep. We'll go
Okay.
with that.
They're Japanese. They're for Japanese witches.
Yes, of course. Yes, specifically. We'll just go with that so that you guys can never use them.
I guess we have to give them to Mia.
Yeah.
Doesn't
She's
use a
got
gun.
There we go. All right.
You should
So,
definitely give me a gun.
So I don't even need to bend the rules or anything because it literally says the bullet inflicts +3 poison damage on witches and any creatures who are working with or for witches. So
well,
you can use it on the beasts of the beasts as well. And yeah, basically it does the normal damage of the gun and then adds an additional 3 damage on top of that. So that could be useful for whoever's trying to hold off these beasts.
I do believe that's me.
Yeah.
I think that might be my role.
You might have to. I'll give you my Derringer pistol with all the bullets.
Sure.
You want
Yeah,
two
it has
guns?
3 bullets in it.
I have 19 bullets altogether, but there's
Yeah, well,
how many?
3 of the witch killer bullets.
3
Mhm.
witch killers. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna spend the day continuing to memorize this spell that I have to do, this ritual.
Yeah, if you want to, I think JT feels the third mentioned to you a little bit that you're basically going to have to alter the summoning ritual that's in the book that you guys are getting, and he alluded to your grandma's journal a little bit as like that could be a good resource. So if you want to kind of spend the day kind of rescouring those notes, seeing if you can find anything, feel free.
Good.
And we'll do a roll for that in just a moment.
Yeah, we'll pick
Can I
up supplies.
Can I give
Yeah.
Garon some friendly advice to ease that roll a little bit for him? If only it
yeah.
would-
You want to ease it with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. You can do that on your way out. We'll ease Garon's roll off that.
Maybe draw out the pictures of from the book that I remember seeing via magical teleportal thing.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go shopping with
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like Ruby
Ava.
and Ava are going shopping.
Yep. We're gonna pick up
Cool.
supplies.
Nice. All right. Cool.
I do put on my disguise before we head out. that
Yes, we dress
established.
Ruby as a boy.
Yeah. Yeah, we get all of our stuff together.
mask.
That's great.
Just call her Reuben.
Ruben.
Ruben. That was gonna be.
Mhm.
Reuben the Ruboy.
All right. So, what kind of things are you guys looking for as far as like stocking up?
Explosives.
Yeah.
Explosives we want. Yep.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Any type of explosive
Do-
mostly.
Yeah, it's basically like weapons, armor, and explosives would be like the main things for what you got coming up. So explosive wise, let's take a look. Ooh, hand grenades exist. We could get a couple of those. Let me see what the best route is going to be for you.
Get all of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
All of the hand grenades.
All the hand grenades.
Yeah, it's $7 each for hand grenades. And they do 4 points of damage in the immediate radius. So that's everything within like melee combat of each
I
other.
was gonna say like 5 foot.
Yeah. A bit of a distance amongst those. I think it's up to 20 feet, something like that. It'll do damage to.
Yeah.
So that just basically means that you'll want to throw it at something that's a little distance away. You don't want to use it at anything that's right up at your face.
What?
feel free to grab any of those you'd like to. They're $7 each.
How many should we get? I think we do have a couple of hand grenades.
Looking back.
You have some sort of explosive, I believe.
We do have explosives. I know that.
Oh yeah. Ava said, "You know what this horse-drawn carriage needs? A bunch of explosives. Really spruce the place up, you know?"
Oh, yeah.
We have 2
there's also-
grenades and 4 dynamite. Already.
Got it. There's also things like shotguns or rifles, friggin' sledgehammers. Basically anything that you think you might want to stock up with. As far as those go, if there's anything you want as far as like protection, also like heavier armor type things that you could grab as long as you're able to use them. I know that you need a certain ability to use some heavier armors and such.
Can I patch up my jacket?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you want to like go find someone that can like just patch it up and make it so that it's in pristine condition for what you're about to face, feel free.
That would be ideal.
It'd be like, yeah. If you just want a good quick patch job, which is what you have time for, it'd be like $5 if you want to take that off.
Okay.
How many grenades did we get?
How many do you want?
As many as we can strap on the front of me.
If you want to get like a
we
belt,
gotta get like
of
a
hand
belt where
grenades,
she can just like pull them, throw. Well, you know,
yeah, you
like a sash.
you could get like a belt with like 5 grenades on it if you'd like to,
perfect.
and then you're
Minus
ready to go for
35.
chucking
So
it.
that's 7 total.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring the boom.
Yeah.
They're all gonna know we're here once we start throwing grenades, you know? I'm just
Well,
saying.
they're gonna know we're there once we sick the green on them, so.
Yeah. Darren, I used experience to up my speed defense to specialized now, so
Okay.
I
Oh, wow.
thought that
All right.
might be helpful. Just
Yeah, that's insanely helpful. Yeah, because you were already trained in it. Right?
Yeah.
Now you're specialized in it.
yeah, I decided
Jesus
to
Christ.
specialize in it.
Yeah. Now
I
you're
like
gonna
hitting
be
things I don't
dodging
like
things
getting
left and right.
hit. It's a thing.
That you're fine. Leave it as it is. If armor sounds like something you want at all, it reduces the amount of damage you take. But any speed tasks that you do, if you apply effort to it, then it increases the effort level by 1 or more, depending on the armor. So if you want to be like spry and lithe, then you might want to avoid armor.
Yeah.
But if you think you're going to be hit a lot, but it sounds like you're specializing on just avoiding the damage rather
She's
than.
got that rogue
reducing the
vibe
damage.
to her, you know?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Quick on your feet.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you guys want to think through anything else you might want to purchase from town, feel free. We're going to head over to Garon real quick, taking a look at your grandmother's book.
Yes.
So, the difficulty with that sort of thing starts at a 6. In this case, again, it's like a lot of shorthand. She's kind of hidden some of her notes to make sure that not anyone can pick it up and read it. As you've been learning this, it seems like she's been putting things in place to protect this book because the knowledge in it is very important. But unfortunately was not able to pass on the knowledge of how to read it to you. So you've been having to do that yourself. So difficulty starts at 6. Ruby gave you some help. So that's going to drop down to a 5. Understanding magic, I believe you drop down 2 difficulties, right?
Yeah, because I'm specialized.
Perfect. So we're starting off. We're at a 3 on something that should be near impossible, which is amazing. So that would be a 9 or higher on a d20 roll. This is intellect based, and if you want to apply effort here to just ensure, you can feel free. But that is up to you on if you want to save this intellect for later or use it right away. That's up to you.
I want to get as much of an edge on the dead queen as possible, so I will spend 2 effort. Drop that down 2 more levels. Because I only have to spend 1 effort per.
Oh, yeah, damn.
Bonus,
all right.
because I have 2 edge and intellect.
Fantastic. Well, that drops you down to a difficulty 1. So you just got to roll a 3 or higher.
All right.
It's a 90% success rate. Let's see what we got.
Okay. All right. That's a 10.
That's a 10. Great. Succeeds. Perfectly average. That's perfect. So, reading this book, you have been studying this for like a long time at this point. But you're now looking through to find like something you can grab onto and really buckle down. So you're not having to try and search this entire book for knowledge on what you need. And you take out some of your own personal notes that you've been writing, specifically those like glyphs and runes and such that you saw or that Ruby described to you when she was taking a quick peek on what her dad was doing through, through special scrying. And you find one of those glyphs drawn in your grandmother's book. So it's like, okay, I've got the page. I can buckle down and read this. And yeah, you're successfully able to like decode this and figure out the specific things you need. You realize that there's like a couple herbs that you need that you don't have to burn like incense in this specific ritual, but the Witch Queen hooks you up immediately. She's got a whole library of stuff, so you're able to grab the last few items that you need for this ritual. You understand the modifications that you need to make. The problem right now is that you are trying to modify a ritual that exists in a different book. So once you guys get that evil tome and can find the ritual you need, you know the things you need to do to modify it so that instead of the dead queen taking over Ruby's body, you can hold her in place, put her in her own weaker corporeal form that you can then take out with the knife. So awesome. Great. That's great. You got the pieces in place now. we don't have to worry about that on the day.
You mean in like 12 hours?
Yeah, exactly. In just a moment. Cool. All right. Well, Garon's been working on that all day. Ruby, Ava, anything else you're thinking you need before you head back?
Is there a magic shop or something?
Yeah, what the hell? I can give you one more cipher
done.
done.
A magic shop? Is this the end of the world?
Yes.
Possibly.
Maybe.
I hope not.
We'll see.
Desperate times,
If
desperate
I
measures.
look up, will I see pigs fly?
Yes.
After all these explosives, you might.
All right. So I'd say that there's not a specific like magic-y shop. But there is another like pawn shop sort of thing that just has a bunch of things, and you or probably Ruby would recognize a couple of items in there as being like, oh, that's not just a doll, it's a magic doll or whatever. So let's go ahead and have you each, the two of you that are shopping, Ruby and Ava, if you can roll a D100 for me.
That's the one I don't have right now.
Oh, no. I can roll for you if you need to, or you can have someone else roll.
73 for me.
73?
Mhm.
All right.
They don't match. It's fine.
Yeah.
I got a 68.
Okay. We've got another poke thing.
Bullet.
A poke bag of good hunting.
Does everything
Let's
that
find out what that is.
you put in it then add extra damage to witches?
Hopefully. And
Me
then
too.
what was the other one? 73. That's a poppet. And then in parentheses it says sweetness. So we're gonna find out what all that means right now. Okay. So the poke bag of good hunting. It's a square of cow leather wrapped around tobacco, clay, and apple seeds. And what it does, to use it, you repeat a series of verses over the bag and then tie it around your shoulder. So it rests under your left armpit specifically. It says, for the next day, you are trained in tracking, hunting, fishing, dressing, and cooking wild creatures such as deer, rabbits, brook trout, and turkey. So not super useful for the fight, but it's a good way to get some food on the road if you need it. The other thing was a poppet of sweetness. A small figure made of wax adorned with flowers and herbs. To use it, you give the poppet to another creature in a short but heartfelt ceremony to protect them from all harmful effects. The next time they're in danger, if the positive emotion is returned, such as between friends or lovers, so you have to be friends or lovers for this to work, then you... Oh, let me read that again. They're protected from all harmful effects the next time they're in danger, period. And then in addition, if the positive emotion is returned from that person that you did that to, you are also protected. And it's stuff like the next time someone swings an axe at you, then they fail. The next time they speak a curse at you, then that automatically fails. So it's basically just the next harmful thing that happens.
Should we get married, Ruby, and I'll give you this doll, and then
Why the hell not? Let's do it.
When your ma tries to inhabit you, we'll use the doll so you don't get harmed.
To be fair, it says such as between friends or lovers. So friends is also in there. So if you consider yourself friends,
We're
that's
getting married.
okay, just get married.
True
It's
meaning of a
fine.
shotgun
We've
wedding.
already committed.
What the hell? I may
Perfect.
die tomorrow. It's fine.
Or be the evil,
You guys-
evil, and I'll be a widow. So it's you know.
I'll be dead.
You guys go through the countless wedding rings that they have in a pawn shop and pick out a couple, exchange them. Very quick ceremony.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
can
The
get
pawn
the
shop
rings.
Owner does it, and we didn't even invite Garon. Garon's gonna be so
You
mad.
guys show back up at at the Witch Queen's hut, and you just have a slice of cake, and you're like, "Here you go." Like,
You missed the wedding.
what?
What the fuck? Who got married?
I love that. So yeah, it's basically it's protection from the next harmful thing that happens to
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
So for it's like a one use thing. You protect them, and then the next thing, and then the effect fades. But it would affect two people if the person you're giving it to also likes you in return. If your
Do you
relationship is
like
close enough.
me, Ruby? Yeah, let's get the doll. I feel like we
really
might
like
need the
me?
doll. Do you really, really like me?
Passes you a note. You open it. Do you like me? Check yes. Check no.
Yes.
Only condition of our marriage is if my mother possesses me, you spite her for the rest of your living life as her legal wife.
I mean, as a daughter-in-law, I think I have to. That's like the rules of being a daughter-in-law, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will note one more thing with the puppet is that it's harmful effects up to the level of the item. So it's
Item,
like if
yeah.
a creature of level 4 attacks you, then as long as the puppet is up level 4 or higher. So the way we determine that is by rolling a d6 and adding 2 to it.
Do you
So you
mean
want that number to be
that
as
the
high as
Witch
possible.
Queen is not a level 4 item?
I'm saying that the Witch Queen is a pretty high level, and you'd have to roll pretty high on a d6 to protect from harmful effects
Roll
from
a 6.
the dead queen.
Roll a 12.
D6.
So whoever is going to be holding the puppet until you guys use it is going to roll a d6 for me, and we're going to do that right now so that we know. Or
I'll let
we can
Tess
wait until you're
roll
using
one
it
of the
and find
dice that I made for her because
Oh,
they're
God.
lucky.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Tess, roll
Blessed
it.
dice.
We'll see. That is cocked
Take 2.
because my dice tray is being a little shit.
Aren't they always?
That would be a 3, so I did not roll super high.
Damn.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Well.
So
They
that's
like
a level
Sylvie.
5.
Just a little peek behind the screen. The beasts that you guys fight are less than a level 5, so it would be useful for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But the dead queen, you don't know her level, but you can assume it's pretty dang high,
Like 15. Yeah.
or at least it starts high. So
So does this puppet, if the next harmful thing we encounter is higher than a level 5, does it get used up regardless? Or is it just the next
let me
time we
the next
encounter
time they're
something
in.
within that level?
Valid question.
So I was like, it feels a little unfair if it's like, say you
I
get a
would
level
say
1 thing
I
and
would
then
say
you-
that it's like the next eligible harmful effect it'll work on. So if it's a harmful effect from something that's of a level, what do we say, 5? Level
Mhm.
5 or lower,
Mhm.
then it'll work. And then if it's a higher level, then we'll say that it doesn't use up that protection until the harmful effect comes in from something lower. So if it ends up being like between Ruby and Ava, then it's like Ava's attacked by a beast, she uses it up. Ruby's attacked by the dead queen or something, takes some sort of harmful effect from her. Then it won't be used up until later on when something lower level attacks.
Making me really wish I had trained my defense resist mental attacks instead of magical understanding.
Yep.
Are you trained in that?
Yeah.
Nice.
That would have been skill.
But yeah, so the decision between the three of you would be who's going to receive those effects, because 2 people
Yeah.
can get it between the 3 of you.
Yeah.
We'll come up with a plan and then like
It might be more beneficial for one of us, like you and Garon, because Ruby's
might
kind
be.
of just doing stuff, and if Garon gets hit, it might
would
be very bad.
it would be not great for him to get hit while he's doing ritual stuff and making sure you don't get possessed.
Just a little bit. So someone's getting married. We're just not sure who yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
Surprise, Garon! We're getting married.
You at least picked up the rings, and then you're good.
And we
By
pick
the way,
up 3 rings. It's fine.
Yeah, we're all getting married. I mean, the tagline of TIFT is, what kind of polycules are they cooking up today?
So as far as like how much those cost, I think at first they're like listed, or you get a little price tag that's like, $3, $2 for the other one, because they don't, like, from people that aren't trained in magic, they don't understand what this actually is. But what I need is from Ruby and Ava. You guys need to make a like deception type roll based on intellect to basically hide that that there's more going on here, because the shopkeeper will definitely jack up the prices if they know that you
Totally
really
trained
want
in
it.
this. We're great.
Yep.
I'm good.
So it's a difficulty 3 starting off with, so not too bad, where it'd be a 9 or higher you'd have to roll. But you're trained in it, which pops you down to a 2, so 6 or higher. Ava is still at that 9 or higher, unless you want to apply after or anything. 10. Fantastic.
I was doing that boost you, but
Hanging on by the
You
skin of
got
my
it.
teeth like
17.
normal.
17. Fantastic. So yeah, take it for $3. Very cheap, got away well, just because you're in a pawn shop where they don't know what they have. They just think it's a
It's
little
amazing.
wax
We're here
doll.
for it.
Yeah.
just like.
Do
for
we need
me,
the poke
like,
bear? What did the poke thing do?
That's for survival on the road.
Yeah, it just makes you really good at like hunting wild.
Oh,
animals.
Yeah,
no, we're
let's
good.
survive this first, and then if
We
we
might
beat
not
it, we can
even
come back.
survive to get to the road, so you know.
Yeah.
We'll think about that later after we're alive still.
That can be the victory purchase.
Yeah. Garan would love that. We should probably get it for him for the solstice.
Yes,
If we survive.
that'll be our "we all survive" present for Garon.
Yeah. Congratulations, we didn't die in the apocalypse.
Exactly.
Garon's gonna make so much squirrel jerky with that.
Yeah. We're never gonna get a hot and cooked meal again. It's just gonna be jerky all the time.
Just put the jerky in the microwave. It's fine. Anyway, so
Warm it up over a fire.
Ruby and
I-
Ava.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that wraps up your trip. Anything else you're looking to get?
Nope.
Sounds like
Nope,
you're pretty
I think that's
pretty
it.
stacked up. Yeah,
Yeah.
good on bullets. And,
I don't know what this bodes,
just-
but we just made it to $444, like $444.
probably means something.
Yeah, probably.
Some
That
sort
is
of
a really
number
good
somewhere.
Look, clovers have 4 leaves. Those are lucky. 3
Times
4s
3.
also gotta be lucky.
It'd be more lucky if it was 4 4s.
Yeah, but 3 4 is
Not quite.
still pretty dang lucky.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 lucky.
So we got a 75% chance of winning this.
Yes, that's what that means. And that's how gay math works, y'all.
Awesome. All right. Cool. So you guys head back to the cabin, I would assume, to all meet up. It's late afternoon. You guys are thinking about heading out before it gets too dark. You want to be there at nightfall, but you don't want to travel necessarily at night. You want a little bit of light when traveling through the woods towards Sanctuary. But before you go, the Witch Queen comes over to you guys. She's like, okay, I'll help you guys with what you need. I've got some friends lined up to be able to come and help you. To cause a distraction. All you need to do, and she holds up this jar that has like a mix of like you recognize like black pepper, salt, spices. You see some like ground up bugs in there as well, like just a leg of a bug or whatever. And she hands that to you, and she's like, just smash this bottle on the ground wherever you want my friends to appear, and they'll come in and cause a big old distraction, right wherever you throw that. And she hands that over to whoever grabs it. Probably hands it to Garan.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Sure.
He seems the most
Probably
capable
the
with magic
most-
items.
Most responsible out of everyone.
To be fair,
Yep,
if
yep.
all we gotta
She
do is
recognizes
smash
that,
it,
hands it
I
to
feel
Garan.
like that I'm capable of smashing a jar.
That is true.
You know? I'm not like all magic-y, but I can smash things, so.
That is fair.
True. All right, and she says, I'm wish I could interfere more on your behalf, but hopefully this will do enough for you guys. Yeah, good luck.
Are you,
Thank you.
Anything else you guys?
Are you like busy? Like, I have questions. I'm not very good at magic or whatever, so I don't really understand the rules. Are you like not allowed to fight in there? Is there some like rules that says you can't fight in this, or like?
There's some very vague Fae laws that are kind of in place to stop me from meddling too much.
Fae law.
I can assist people in their journeys, but interfering directly goes against my contracts. Unfortunately, because it's
Your contract?
Fae law, as you said, it means that I cannot speak it out loud, which is unfortunate.
Great.
We can't escape the Fae lawyers, guys.
Girl's just nodding like, yep. Only makes
Listen,
sense.
it's a very ancient thing. It was a whole summit that I had with a bunch of other powerful entities. It sucks, but I have full faith in you guys, and you'll get some help from my friends. It'll be all right.
3 circus kids and your friends are gonna save the world. Woo!
Easily. You got this. And I'll be rooting for you from the sidelines while I help whoever else in the woods needs my help.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do before you head on out? Any other last minute preparations?
Have a panic attack?
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, though.
All right.
Maybe we should use the new skin on me before we get too close to
Yeah. new
Sanctuary.
skin. You should get the new skin on. You need new skin for sure.
I mean, that lasts for 24 hours, so
Yeah.
now is as good a time
Now
as any.
I do. Yeah, good one. Just to specify, it's 24 hours whether you want it to or not. So it will be the next 24 hours. You'll look different than
Maybe the Witch
yourself.
Queen won't even know who you are, so she won't be able to possess
The
you.
Dead Queen, yeah.
Yeah.
You could hope.
We just trick her with new skin.
Yep, that
Apocalypse avoided with good disguise.
He- clearly won't see through any disguises.
Yep. Solid plan.
So Ruby really looks like Ruben now, guys.
Yes,
Yes.
Ruben.
Perfect. Changes your facial features just enough to make you look different. You've
Mhm.
also got the physical disguise on of
Yeah.
new clothes and such.
Mhm.
Cool. guys-
Should we do this doll thing or whatever?
We want to do it now, or we
I
want to
might
wait?
just use the crow baby now then.
What does Crow Baby do again? I don't remember.
It absorbs a bunch of damage. I have it written down somewhere. It's a good question about what it does though.
Crow baby. Let's
Yeah.
see. Da, 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 da. For the next day, the first time you would take damage, the crow baby takes the damage instead.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I guess we could do that. And then you guys could use the doll. Then we all have some form of protection, sort of.
We could do that. If you want.
Unless you want to double protect me. But we'd have to
I
do
mean,
the doll thing
technically, you
after
are the
my
one
first-
who's. Well, I would think you and Garon should use the doll, the puppet.
I don't think I
then.
can use both at the same time though, so we might have to wait until we get there then.
That's fine.
And you also have to like me, Garon. Like, do you like me?
We've been traveling together, so
Didn't he save you?
That wasn't an answer. That was a. I feel like you're avoiding the question now.
if I didn't like you, I wouldn't travel with you all.
Oh, okay. Thank you for specifying. All right. Great. We'll do the doll or whatever.
Later.
Yeah.
cool.
Got
All right.
the crow baby for now to.
You're gonna use that
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I mean, we're going in for the fight of our lives, so she might as well.
Might as well burn these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
We might all be
Um,
dead tomorrow, so. YOLO.
So you take this little doll, made out of a couple sticks and wrapped in burlap. And it says you have to name the crow baby, and then you keep it on your person. So what would you like to name this crow baby so that it'll start taking effect?
Harold.
Harold. Perfect. Harold the crow baby. You keep it on your person, put it in a pocket or pin it to your shirt. So you just have this little doll right there. Yeah, you guys head on out.
Actually, I'm going to use one of mine too.
Okay, what's yours?
I'm going to use my sachet.
Ooh.
So I warm it between my hands and whisper into it. Want to be good at sneaking around. And for the next day, I am now trained in stealth.
Nice. Perfect.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a great use of that. Perfect.
I'm also going to use my conjure card rattlesnake and fold it in half and put it in Garon's pocket so he doesn't get snuck up on.
Got it.
Oh.
It'll rattle the second that a dangerous creature approaches.
That's how.
Got it. Cool. So if something is trying to sneak up on you guys or approaching, it'll let you know.
Yep.
And then it provides an asset on. Oh, okay. So it provides an asset on initiative rolls. So when we do initiative, you'll be able to reduce the difficulty.
Nice.
Awesome. Cool.
Someone tries to sneak up on me, and my pocket just starts playing the maracas.
I was thinking that it was
Macarena.
vibrating like a phone.
The Macarena.
What is this phone you speak of?
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What? Nose starts bleeding. All right, awesome. I love that we're running through all of these, preparing for the fight ahead. We're good about an hour outside of Sanctuary. I assume Ruby's leading the way as far as following the paths in these woods that you know well. You've traveled through a few times. Yeah, we'll kind of just move ahead with that. You guys, Ruby, you kind of slow everyone down, start going a little bit more stealthier as you guys approach, keeping an eye out for anyone in these woods that you don't want to see you. And you see the town itself. As I've mentioned before, it doesn't have any sort of like wall protecting it. It's mainly just this small put together town of buildings that have just been cropped up, handmade buildings, you could say, is the nice term for them. But it forms a circle with the center of the town being where the leader of this cult resides, Ruby's father and mother, and her at one point. And that, of course, is where the basement is that has the book you need to begin this ritual. So, how would you like to approach this?
Do we want to sneak up and check it, or
It wasn't our goal to have our reinforcements be the distraction to draw everyone outside of town.
we could do that? We could break the jar now so that they're attacking from the outside of town, so that we can go the opposite way of where they are.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I think that will be the safer option than trying to.
Do a direct attack.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll just provide us an extra distraction. That way there'll be less people to see us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is the house that we need to get to equidistant from any side we approach on?
Essentially, yeah. Negligibly so. Right in the center. So yeah, you can kind of approach from any angle you'd like to. Again, there's no walls that you have to worry about. They're pretty. They've always felt, Ruby, you would know this. They've always felt quite secure with just we don't need to force anyone to be here. We just, imply that it's best to be here.
We
going forward.
brainwash them and trauma bond
Exactly.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And having walls up is just unnecessary. They've got enough protection. So
No one would
a bit of
leave.
hubris, but yeah.
Who would
no
even
one, no
take
one,
them in after they'd been in a cult, you know?
No one would
I'm
leave.
not.
Who would even approach?
Some crazy circus people. It's fine.
It's fine.
We start a cult reform organization. Charity.
Yes.
It's an MLM, not a cult.
Well, no, we're reforming and reacclimating the ex-cult members into society
Mhm.
by putting them in a
Teaching them-
circus.
Teaching them murder is not okay.
Oh.
In most circumstances.
That's true.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're finding a spot to smash this jar, I suppose. You guys take a second and watch, and you do see a single patrol walks by of 2 people. It seems like they tend to travel in pairs. Whether that's to protect each other or keep each other in line, that's up to you to decide. But you see these guys walking around. They've got they each on their hip have a pistol. So you see that they're well armed. And as they pass by, as you guys are hiding, you're looking for a good moment to chuck this jar to summon the troops. Are you looking to do it when the guards are nearby to kind of make sure
No.
that the distraction goes is stronger, or just throwing it when there's no one there?
After they leave, so that we can tell them to wait for us to make our way the other way,
Mhm.
and then start the distraction. So that, yeah,
So like wait X amount of minutes and then
yeah,
attack so we can get to the other
Give
side.
us like 2-minute head start or something. Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. All right, so you guys wait for the guards to pass by. Who's chucking the jar?
I'll do it. I have it.
Perfect. Chuck the jar on the ground. It smashes. You see that when it smashes, it actually there's like a brief. It briefly like lights on fire before like snuffing out very quickly. It's very much that like flash paper where it like lights on fire very quickly and then it's gone. And then you guys wait a moment. A second moment passes. Another couple seconds before you start feeling the ground beneath you shake.
Ooh, get
Oh,
As
let's get out
Let's
of here.
move. Yeah.
you guys start moving.
I think
as
the distraction's already started.
you start hearing a stampede approaching. As emerging from the woods as you guys run in the opposite direction, making a ridiculous amount of noise of every single animal noise you can think of. You see elk, you see bears, you see squirrels running around the ground as well. This massive herd of every single type of animal working together comes barreling at the town. You start immediately hearing people yelling and shouting from the town, and as you guys hurry off and get around the corner to try to approach from the other side of this distraction, you start hearing gunshots going off. You hear people yelling, you hear more roars from these bears that are among them. And you can assume that there's a giant battle happening right now on the opposite side of town as you guys go the other direction. So, as you guys are heading into the town, now that most of the guards are gone, we'll go ahead and do our stealth roll here to try and hide. So it's normally a difficulty 4 to avoid these guards, which would be a 12 or higher. I'm giving you guys an asset right off the bat because of the distraction, which would drop it down to a difficulty 3, which would be a 9 or higher. And then if you guys want to apply any effort, this is a speed task. So if you want to apply any speed effort, you can do that. Or if anyone has any stealth stuff, which I believe
I'm trained.
No.
you do. Perfect. So you're dropping down to a 2, so you're a 6 or higher, unless you want to apply effort and get it even more.
Hope for the best.
Yes. So let me know what you guys roll when you do.
I got a 17.
I got a 12.
All right, you're fantastic.
Also 17.
Nice, perfect. All right, silent. Moving through the streets. It's dark at this point. The sun is fully set. You guys picked the perfect moment to do this. You still hear the screams and shouts. You just hear someone like screaming in a way where they're likely being mauled by a bear. And it's just like, let's keep that out of our mind for now. And you guys start darting straight to the center of town, easily able to move with no harassment because there is something big happening that the entire town is invested in. The main thing you're having to avoid is the people that aren't the shepherds, the like just common folk trying to flee because they're not going to stay too long. So you basically just have to avoid those people. And you approach the house in the center of town, the most luxurious house out of all of them. It looks like this has been given the most attention. And Ruby, you immediately recognize it as your home for most of your life. So, are you immediately looking for the basement? There, you know that there are some cellar doors. That's how you guys got into or how Ruby got into the basement psychically in the past, was through the cellar doors.
I guess cellar doors.
Should we check
Starting
the
right
windows to make sure nobody's in there?
That might be a good idea.
Ava will just do a quick run around the house and peek in windows in not a very criminal way. It's
Very casual.
yeah. Totally nonchalant. We're not gonna rob this place, don't worry.
Just starts whistling to make it
Nothing to see here. Mind your business.
Yeah, you start looking around. I'd say let's grab a roll for this. This is the equivalent of like a perception-ish sort of check. Perceiving danger, which would be intellect based.
I did the thing.
What'd you do?
I did the thing and I rolled a 19.
19. Nice.
Yeah.
Funny. So you are looking at the windows of the first floor, I would assume. The house itself, 2 stories. First floor is the most of the living areas, the kitchen, that sort of stuff. Second floor would be where like the bedrooms and such are. And then the basement is where you're going to end up heading, which you don't see any windows you can look through for the basement. So you're mainly just focused on the first floor.
Yeah.
You don't see anyone at first, but you do at one point see you see running down the stairs is a woman in her like in her 40s, late 40s, come running down these stairs into the first floor. She's like grabbing a few things. She goes straight for a bookshelf and pulls out what looks like photo albums and are like stuffing them in a bag. And then you see her run back upstairs after she's grabbed a couple of things. So that's what you see right now.
She's running?
Yeah, like there's commotion going on. That the town is under attack currently. So she's moving in a way that seems like she's packing up to leave and grabbing the things most important to her, which was some photo albums off of a bookshelf. But she's gone back upstairs at the moment. And that's the last you saw of her.
I will go report back to, okay. So, Ruby, I think possibly I just saw your mom in the house. She was grabbing some photo albums and running upstairs like she's, I don't know, getting ready to split town. I don't know.
It does sound like, the description sounds like my mom. My human mom.
Yeah. Yep, definitely is.
Hopefully that means my dad's upstairs too. And we're not about to run into him.
Do you want me to just go creep up the stairs, knock him on the back of the head, and tie him up or something?
Yeah, I mean, he was looking pretty shitty when I last saw him, so
All right.
I don't know if he's actually able to move at this point. Let's be fully honest.
Can I try scrying?
Maybe.
I
Is that an
would like
ability
to
you have?
try- I would like to try and scry actually, like, the basement, just to see if it's empty.
Okay. Is that an ability you have, or you're just trying
no,
to?
I don't have anything that's specifically scrying, but I can use magic. So
Okay.
I'm like, is this the thing I can do?
Fascinating. I love
We
where
don't
your
know
head's
the
at.
rules.
So scrying is a very that's a task. The way that you've been able to do it in the past was because you had a cipher that specifically could let you see something that Ruby had used. So to do it without a cipher, let's you pop open your grandma's journal and just start digging in. Like, maybe there's something here that'll let me do this, because you really want to just check ahead of time, be safe. So we're gonna get another roll for this.
Okay.
For this, now that you don't have anything like specific to glom onto, it's going to be a little bit higher. Mostly the difficulty of like deciphering specific things from this journal is 8, which would be a 24 or higher.
Okay.
So to be in the realm of possibility, you got to get that down to at least a 6, which, understanding magic, you can. So we're down to a 6, which would be an 18 or higher.
Can I friendly
D20 roll.
advise this by describing what I did with the cipher and how that magic kind of felt?
Yes. Yeah. Normally no, but because you've used this type of magic before, you can definitely ease that. So we'll drop it down again to a difficulty 5, which would be a 15 or higher. This is intellect if you want to apply any effort, or if there's anything else you want to add to this, you let me know.
No, I think I'll leave it at the difficulty 5 because I don't want to blow through all my intellect points yet when we still have
So much to do.
so much to do.
Yeah. All right, cool. So 15 or higher on your D20. Let's see.
That's an 11.
11. All right. Unfortunately not.
Yeah,
You take a
clear.
quick
We can
look through.
go.
You guys just know that you don't have a ton of time, because it's basically you're just taking advantage of this moment where the town is under attack by the everything of the forest. And you don't find anything, unfortunately. Sorry. Anything else you guys wanted to?
Seeing as Jenna,
You guys do
still-
see the cellar doors, and they do have a lock and a chain around the like handles.
I got this.
Are the cellar doors? I guess this is Ruby. Ruby, are the cellar doors the only way into the cellar? Or is there like an interior entrance?
As far as you know, yes.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure, but as far as I remember, that is the only entrance.
that's how you've gotten into the basement
yeah.
before.
That's
Ava grabs out her tools and just starts
hopefully that means
unlocking.
it's empty.
Yeah. I mean, you also have the rattlesnake card on. As Ava's picking the lock, do we want to quick exchange the
Change our vows.
poppet? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And rings and
All right, so
Yep.
Ava starts pick locking. The two of you go into a quick little ceremony.
I'm breaking
of-
into the basement while they're getting married.
It's just whispering over her shoulder. And you, Ruby, take her on to be your lawfully wedded husband.
Yeah, I'm definitely officiating while I'm unlocking.
Perfect. I love it. Cool. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and do this. And
No, everyone
yeah,
has to
I love that
boost.
idea. Just
Yeah.
I got Ruby shine.
so
Cheers.
Not for
just keep
explosives.
me honest with all your like little buffs and stuff that you guys have. So right now it sounds like Garon's got both the initiative thing and this new protection of the next harmful effect below or level 5 or lower. You'll be able to fully avoid. Ruby's got that one as well. Ava's got
Pro
next
baby.
damage you take is
It's Herald.
canceled.
Herald.
Anything else that I'm missing? I think that's everything, right?
I just have the
No.
bonus to stealth, but that doesn't
Yes,
do
yes,
anything
yes.
else.
Yeah. Which has already been useful.
Yes.
Mhm.
I do have one question, just so I have it noted down. What is the initiative bonus for the card? That just,
So
like-
it'll ease it by 1.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so when you roll initiative, it's basically a difficulty task like anything else based on the creature that you're doing it against. So it'll just ease it for you and make it a little easier.
I wasn't
So
sure if it was
when you're
like-
rolling initiative, we'll take that into account.
I also still do have the little joker in my pocket if we want to use it at any point. And that basically is any spirit seeking the creature will not be able to find, harm, or interact with them in any way. So I'm kind of tempted to toss that on Garon once we start the ritual. Further.
Oh, you.
Well, don't we kind of want the spirit to interact with me to and find me so we can make her corporeal?
Oh, yeah, you bait. My bad. Yeah. That
I also
actually might
don't-
not be a bad idea because Garon is probably going to be her biggest foe because y'all
Yeah.
got to make her corporeal before I can even get to slicing and dicing your mom.
Yeah, so I think we
On
might-
this day, my daughter's wedding, I was murdered by the person who officiated it.
You come to me.
On the day of my daughter's wedding.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not entirely saying we didn't also marry Ava at the same time. So
It's really unclear how we're all connected, married. We're bound in a circle of polycule forever and ever. Or the next hour, depending on
Who
how this all
knows?
goes.
yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Could be forever, could be an hour. Who knows?
All right. So do you want to use that conjure card on?
Yeah, I'll
Garon?
toss it on Garon as well, just so.
Okay.
I
So
don't
you're-
know
you're-
if she qualifies as a spirit, but it's gonna go on him anyway.
Yeah. We'll see what happens on the day. It does, just so you know, specify that the effect is broken if you specifically choose to end it, or if you attempt to attack the spirit
Yes.
that it's protecting you from. So any attacks will remove that. But for now,
Does casting, like, would the ritual spell count as an attack, or is it if I'm just trying to do harm?
I think I'm the only one.
I think if
gonna
it
harm
tries,
her.
I think that after the ritual is complete, that would consider it. But as far as like all the steps you need to take to cast it,
So like
it
as soon
won't
as
come into effect.
I start
basically that-
casting, it won't break. It's just when I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, physical creatures will be able to attack you fine, but spiritual, you're hoping that this is going to extend to the Dead Queen. We'll see on the day when we get there. And by on the day, I mean now. Cool. All right. So you guys are doing these last little buffs over here. Meanwhile, hiding in the bushes or whatever of your old house. Ava, you're picking this lock.
Mhm.
We're starting at a difficulty 5 for that, which would be a 15 or higher on the roll. But I believe you have tools for this specifically. Is that right?
Yep.
Or any abilities?
And also, I have I am trained in prison systems, which I assume includes locks and.
Yeah, I think we kind of determined that applied. So with the tools and with that previous knowledge, we'll go ahead and drop that down to a difficulty 3. So
Mhm.
that's going to be a 9 or higher. And if you fail, we will start rolling more stealth checks for you guys.
Yeah.
Natural
Friendly-
20.
Oh, I was gonna friendly advise you, but yeah.
All right, so a nat 20 gets you an extra effect.
Uh-huh.
Out of struggling to think of what other effects than just quickly unlocking it might be.
The
maybe-
lock was magic, and now I've turned it into a sock with a lock, and I can use it. No.
The chain turns into a snake and slithers away.
So in this case, we'll say you're easily able to. You basically on your first try get the lock picking tools in and just click, done, pops open. No additional stealth checks needed at this point because you were able to do it
There
so
you go.
quickly. You pop the cellar doors open and you guys slink inside down the stairs into the basement. The room itself, were you gonna say something? We good?
No.
No.
I'm good.
Room itself, you've seen it before, Ruby, both personally and through the scrying spell you did previously. But we have like an area that's almost library-ish with a bunch of random books and stuff that they keep locked down here, including the book you're looking for that you remember from being here before, which is behind like a locked case. So that'll be our next step. Also down in this basement is a section that is set up specifically for rituals. You see old chalk markings on the ground in a circle that was used previously. And this is all around the stone altar, which, has some unsavory stains on it of the blood variety.
Well, this may or may not be incredibly convenient.
So we this is, that this is like where they were planning to eventually perform the actual ritual on you that they wanted to perform. But you guys seem to be alone down here at the moment.
I
Well,
will
can
direct them to the book.
I was gonna say, can I do an extra visual sweep? Because with my see
absolutely.
the unseen ability, I automatically perceive creatures and objects that are normally invisible, insubstantial, or hidden via magic.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, and that's automatic, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you kind of turn on this third eye sense, and you can take a sweep of the room. You don't see any like harmful creatures or anything. But I will say that like with this kind of idea, you do see a lot of like leftover, for lack of a better word, like residue or like vapors of like magic down here. This is an area of like concentrated magical use in the past. There's nothing currently active, but you do kind of recognize it. So no extra danger from that, but you're getting more idea of how often this space has been used in the past. Ruby, you point to the cabinet that's locked. Ava, I'm assuming, heads right over to it. And we'll just carry over that nat 20 you got to just click, pop that open. Smaller lock, easier to pick anyway. And you get right into this cabinet. There's a bunch of books in here. You see occult lore books. You see extra magic books. You see a book where the binding of it, the like covers and the spine of it, are suspiciously flesh-like. You see a book like that in there.
These people binding their books in human flesh.
All the books and just stash them somewhere so we can steal them later.
There's a good like 15 to 20 books in here. You want to grab them all?
We'll just split them between the three of us.
Perfect.
If we get out of here, it's fine.
If not,
yeah, you get like 5 books each. Who's
we'll
getting
put
the
him
flesh
somewhere
covered
where
book
the
is
grenades
important
will
part.
hit him, you know?
Who's taking the flesh book? That's important for me to know.
Oh, God. Not
I
it.
will.
I was about to say Ruby will. Ruby does not.
Gerard has no reservations.
All right, Garon set up first. You'll grab the flesh book as well as a couple other occult lore sort of stuff. You guys got these books, and you get the one that you need with all these runes on it. This like red leather binding, and you pull out this book. I'm assuming Garon, you're gonna grab that and start looking through it.
Yep. Start furiously flipping through pages.
Okay, sounds good. Let me think about something. Cool. All right. You know what you're looking for. You succeeded on that check earlier with your grandmother's book. You find the runes and the pages that you need, also through Ruby's description of the page that her father was looking at back with the scrying. You're able to find the section that you need. And let's do this. I'm going to grab another check from you, basically, as you're putting all the pieces together in your head of the items you need. What does the rune circle that you're going to draw? What does that need to look like? All these pieces. Let's go ahead and grab another. This is understanding magic roll.
Okay.
We're in. This is like very highly specialized magic, along with your combining magic into a new form, essentially by yourself. So difficulty is going to start a little high. If you fail, it's not the end of the world, but we're starting at a difficulty 7, which would be a 21 or higher. You understanding magic, that drops it down to 5. So we're at a 15 or higher on your roll. Anything else you want to do as far as this intellect roll goes?
Can I advise here? Like, or again, use advice?
I'd say this is on face value, it's probably out of your depth to be able to advise on, unless you have a good argument.
I don't know if I'm actually advising or if I'm just giving words of encouragement. Actually, technically,
you have some abilities for that, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Words of encouragement, not advice per se.
Yeah. You could definitely drop that in there. So that drops us down to 4. So that's a 12 or higher. Anything else you want to do here?
I will apply 1 effort.
Okay, cool. So difficulty 3, 9 or higher. That's better than 50-50. What do we got?
Okay, that is an 11. I am just
Nice.
barely
Okay.
scraping by.
Barely. If you
That's
hadn't
all
applied
we
that
need.
effort. Yep. All right, we applied all the right things. Ruby and Garon, you're looking through this book. By the way, while they're doing all the head scratchy stuff, Ava, what are you up to?
Ava, can I give you my small animal trap just so you can set it on the ground just to make someone stay really miserable if they come and attack you?
Sure.
Anything
Yeah.
to trip them up.
She's gonna be Ooh, the dynamite's probably got a bigger than how big is this place? Like the whole basement.
Oh yeah, so I mean it's a full basement for the house, so a few rooms large, I would say. I don't have a better way to describe it because I'm so bad at distances. I'd say the entire basement is, using terms of immediate, short, and long distance, it's about a short distance length. So that's
Okay.
up to 50 feet, definitely lower than that as far as like distance across, but it means that you can set up in a way where you can be out of melee range within this basement if you need to, or you can be up close and personal. From the stairs into the basement to like the ritual circle stuff, I'd give that like 20 feet, maybe a little further.
I think Ava's gonna be rigging the basement with explosives in case the worst happens, and then she can throw a grenade at it, and we're just all dead.
Okay.
But hopefully
Yeah.
we take the dead queen with us. I don't know.
So just like the entire basement, you're just gonna rig with
Just like
explosives?
the entrances, and yeah, just
I keep one
with
for
the
yourself to
dynamite,
kinda
with the
trigger it?
dynamite that she has. She's gonna, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Just to verify, you're saying like the entire basement, you're just gonna, as much as you can, just, yeah, cool. All right,
Yeah,
I like it. Just a
I mean-
contingency plan.
she doesn't know what magical contingency she has. She knows she can blow things up if she absolutely has to.
Cool.
Including probably all of us, because that, yep.
Hey, not terrible. Ruby and Garon, you're seeing her do this. That I'll go pathetic with everyone.
Yeah.
At this point, I
I'm
don't
hoping
know
we'll
what
get out of
else.
this alive.
Yeah.
Well, if we fail, I'm pretty sure the whole world's dead anyways, and probably dying in an explosion is probably better than whatever the dead queen had in store for us anyways. So,
Valid.
certainly
I'd rather
better for Ruby.
Yeah, I'd rather spite my mom and die than...
Fiery blaze. So we're either going to be married forever to each other, or we're going out in a fiery blaze tonight. One or the other.
Till death do us part.
Can I
Love it.
actually die without my mother's intervention?
We'll see.
Who knows?
All right, you guys. So you set up. Ava is basically getting ready for whatever's coming up next. So Garon, you're able to figure out what you need to do, and unless you say otherwise, I'm going to assume that you're going to get right to work as far as like setting up this ritual.
Time is of the essence.
You said it. Yep. And Ruby, you're watching Garon, helping him what little ways you can, but you essentially know
I have to sit
it's
on
altar
the
time, baby.
Altar,
Yeah.
yep.
It's not wet blood, at least.
Yeah, I feel like
on the
Ruby
altar.
kind of sits on the altar and like mutters under her breath, "Fuck you, mom," again.
Perfect. I love it.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so we're setting up this ritual circle. Ruby, you're saying there. Ava, you're getting your grenades set up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get this. I'm gonna leave this next bit up to a roll. So I need someone to roll a d20 for me. And we're looking at a 50-50 chance. You want it to be high numbers, 11 or higher. Who's gonna take it?
I'll do it.
All right.
Oh, 18.
18. Okay. Sounds good. Doesn't happen yet. We'll come back to that.
Doesn't happen yet.
What
Love
doesn't
that.
happen yet?
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it.
Tell us what doesn't happen yet.
All right. So stuff's still happening outside. You guys are in this basement. Garon, you know that it's basically up to you to begin the ritual that needs to happen. It's a two-parter. You have to summon the dead queen to take over Ruby's body, and then stop it in progress and weaken her with this ritual to a point where you guys can damage her with a strike from that dagger. Who is holding the dagger, by the way?
Yeah, Ava.
Ava.
So you're going to be ready to come in and strike the dead queen when given the go ahead.
Yep.
All right, love it.
Sure
Sounds
am.
good. So, Garon, basically on your word, if you want to describe kind of what this ritual process looks like, if you want to put in any of your own flourish on there, tell me how this goes about. As Ruby, you'll kind of lay down and lay straight on your back on this altar.
Yeah, I think this is a lot less pleasant than a lot of the magic. Both for Garon to perform and everyone else watching, this is a lot less pleasant than his normal rituals. There's a lot of, I think, probably red dyed candles that are lit around the space. Some foul smelling herbs that are all being burned in the same sort of hot cauldron, little mini cauldron thing. I think at first to get it going, I have to cut my own palm and mix in some of my blood, and then have to go over and cut Ruby's palm and get some of her blood as the sacrifice. And just this sickly green smoke starts to rise out of the bowl with all the herbs and incense blood. And I think
Cool.
the flames aren't going down, but I feel like there's just an oppressive shadow that's minimizing the amount of light they're putting off.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the light that you would expect to be coming from these candles it's not what you would expect. And you actually see a shadow almost forming, emanating from the center of the altar where Ruby is. That kind of comes out and covers the candles, and you see all the candles snuff out, and any light that was down in this basement dims right down to just what little light comes in through the cellar door. And as this happens, you hear a voice from the darkness that you hear yeah, you hear this feminine voice saying, final. Wait, what's happening here? Ruby, are you planning something?
No,
Before-
not at all.
Before this like dark shadow just darts across from this corner and goes straight at Ruby. Ruby,
Mhm.
we're gonna come back to you. And Garan, you're basically like preparing. You're like, oh god, that's go time. Let's stop this thing before it gets too bad. As this is happening, Ava, you're over near the probably cellar door where the main entrance, like in protection mode.
Mm-hmm.
You start hearing some creaking and some wet, sloppy sounds coming from the top of the cellar door before seeing a skull with green eyes of some sort of wolf creature that appears at the top of the cellar door, looks straight at you, and begins to barge down to attack. And you see this one of these beasts of the dark earth summoned by the dead queen coming, and it's go time for you as well. So we're gonna get an initiative
So I
order,
started
boys and girls.
shooting.
Yeah, exactly. This is where you start shooting. So we're gonna get an initiative order to determine exactly how this is going. It's a pretty high initiative that we have to hit, so I'm gonna just find that real quick. But it's gonna be eased for Garan because you got a little ahead warning. Let's see. All right, so it's to basically go before the Dead Queen and the Beast of the Dark Earth. You're looking at a difficulty 7, which is 21 or higher. So if you want to be able to beat it, you're definitely going to have to either apply some effort, or if you are trained in initiative, you'll have a bit of that. Garan, you're off the bat starting at a 6 instead, so an 18 or higher. If you'd like to, this is a speed task, so if anyone wants to apply effort, they can do so, or you just have to be okay with going after the Dead Queen and the Beast of the Dark Earth.
I am trained in initiative.
Great. So you're starting at a 6 as well, which would be an 18 or higher, unless you want to apply anything.
I am gonna apply effort.
Okay.
I'll also apply whenever.
Okay, so some
Might as
speed
well.
effort, so whatever you got to reduce your pool for that. And then, yeah, you can make a roll whenever you'd like to. If you're reducing it by 1, it's a difficulty 5, so 15 or higher.
I got a 19.
Hell yeah. Awesome. All right, cool.
That was.
There-
I got a 15. So
I got a 13.
Okay, sounds good. And you
It
didn't.
was just like, what the fuck is that?
Yep. All right, so that's fantastic. The one person that you really needed to go first. got
Yeah.
it.
It was
Um,
it was cool.
I'm gonna use this D20 for the rest of the night. Oh my god. Don't betray me.
All right. The shadow is darting towards Ruby. Let's see. What Ruby and Ava, what order do you guys want to go in? Any preference?
I don't have a preference.
All right. Let's do Ava and end on Ruby. But
Okay.
anytime that it gets to your guys' turns, you can let me know if you'd like to go in a different order.
Mhm.
So, Garan, what's your initial instinct when you see this thing darting straight towards Ruby?
Okay. So I think, well, initial instinct is to act, but I think there's, based on the conditions, like, I have to wait until, let's say, like, the summoning circle, had to be altered slightly, so there's a second sort of overlay on the floor, and in
Love that.
order to sort of entrap the Dead Queen, I have to wait until she's over the center of the circle. So, like, even though my first instinct is like, protect Ruby, I hold myself back and I'm like, okay, wait, now.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right. So you're gonna hold your action until the dead queen gets to Ruby, because essentially you want her to start the process, but then you need to interrupt it, pull her out, all that sort of stuff. So we'll get back to your stuff as soon as the dead queen goes. Speaking of which, she goes next, and she amazingly did not go first with a difficulty of 7. So she you see the shadow moving, and it crashes through the altar to Ruby's form. Ruby, you immediately just like your vision goes black, as if you're blinded. You know, you suddenly lose control of yourself. People watching from the outside, you just see her like back arch fully, like as she kind of convulses there for a moment as the dead queen starts to take hold of you, Ruby. And you just hear like cackling in your head, this voice, before you can see again. The blindness goes away, but you're no longer laying in an altar. You're standing in a dead forest.
Fuck.
The trees all around you. It's dark. You look up in the sky and it's just pitch blackness, no stars. And all the trees just look completely dead. No grass on the ground either. Just dirt and dead trees. And you look through the woods and you see a woman standing there. Not even fully. You see this woman standing there, but she's a lot younger than you would expect. She's maybe 15, 16, like mid-teens, somewhere in there. Is standing there in this old like dress that you would expect from like the 1600s, something like that. But it's tattered and torn. There's blood stains on this dress, and she's standing there, her eyes glowing green as well. And you see she just laughs and she says, "Man, I have been waiting so long to come back to the earth and make it mine." She looks around like at the dead trees and the dirt and everything, and she's like, this rot, this decay, it'll be everywhere soon. I'll finally get my revenge," she says.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Perfect.
Want to come back?
Like you need one of those therapeutic interventions, lady. You shouldn't really be thinking about vengeance this long. Don't you got better shit to do? You could learn to like knit or something.
Garon, you see the Ruby starts to be taken over and possessed, and it's like, all right, this is the moment. We gotta hold her in place. Ruby's gonna do her best from the inside, and you gotta do your best from the outside to hold her in place, turn her into her own corporeal form, and take over. So here is how this works. You are going to be making a magic roll based on intellect, using magic. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Stuff in? Fantastic.
Yep.
That's very helpful, because we are starting at a difficulty 7 again, so that's a 21 or higher. You're dropping down 2, so that's a difficulty 5, which would be a 15 or higher.
I'm just gonna go ahead and spend 2 effort on this.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we're both going to be doing for the
Now or never
future.
Yep. So spending 2 effort on this.
Yep.
By the way, I'll let you know that you need a total of 3 successes to basically get her in a state where you can stab her.
Okay.
But she'll become weaker and weaker as you succeed. So right now it's really difficult. You're applying a lot of effort to get this done. We're down to a difficulty 3 if you apply 2 efforts. That's a 9 or higher. And your success here will make her weaker from all angles with what Ruby's doing, if anyone else is doing anything against her. So hopefully we can succeed and weaken her just that little bit. So 9 or higher. Let's see what we got.
That is a 2.
Oh.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
All right. That's not ideal. Not ideal.
Nope.
It's not a 1 though, so that's good. Ones are
It
very
betrayed
bad
me.
for you guys in this case. Yep.
Betrayed
Die.
me.
All right. Cool. So you start this ritual. You're doing the best you can, but unfortunately, this thing is going to start taking over Ruby's body in the moment. We'll come back to that as we jump next in initiative to the Beasts of the Dark Earth. I did use the plural on that, and I'll explain why in a moment. But at first, Ava, you see this barreling creature coming down again, like just, decaying flesh, mushrooms growing out of several parts of it. Seems like a few different animal body parts composing this creature as it sprints towards you, eyes glowing green, and goes to attack. So we need a speed defense roll against this thing. Starts at a difficulty 4. You're trained in that, right? No, you're double on that.
Specialized. Yeah.
Fuck me. All right, you're gonna have to hit. So
Yeah,
So your
buddy.
speed defense roll is starting at a difficulty 2, so you have to roll a 6 or higher unless you want to do anything else to modify.
I got a natural 20.
Goddamn.
Please give me some of your magic.
And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, Ava is magic. She just turns into a cat. No.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, you this thing comes at you. You just, what does a natural 20 look like for you? For dodging
I
this attack?
imagine she did like a crazy flip up in the air. She landed on one foot on it and then just pulls. Well, I guess when it's her turn, she'll.
You're gonna get
point
you're
blank
gonna get a
shoot
free
that
attack.
that motherfucker right in the back of the head.
Perfect. You're getting a free attack because of the nat 20.
Okay.
So yeah, you can definitely do that. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, you do a flip over the thing as it comes underneath, land on top of it, aim a gun right in the back of the skull.
Yep, an
Go ahead
executioner style, just
Yep,
with
pistol
that
to the
little
back of the head.
derringer.
Love it. Awesome. All right, we'll go ahead and then make a attack roll.
right.
Speed based difficulty 4, so 12 or higher.
All right. 16.
16 hits. So damage, if you're using the little derringer pistol, would be attacks with that are going to be eased because it's a light weapon. So technically it's a difficulty 3, so 9 or higher. You beat it anyway, but in the future. It does 2 damage based with that, plus an additional 3 with your special bullets. So this is the first of your 3 bullets. So 5 damage to this thing. It is still doing all right. But you took away about half of its hit points on that one attack. Cool. Flip off of it, land on the ground. Not bad for a free attack.
Yeah.
And also on this turn, you see another beast barreling down the stairs. It used its turn to move, not to attack. So you now have one at the stairs. You've got this one that just slid past you as you execution style shot it. And it is now your turn, Ava. What would you like to do?
Fuck me. All right. I'd like to shoot the one that's I'd like to finish him if I can. We'll see.
Yeah.
If I can finish him.
Sounds good to me. Go
another
ahead
shot.
and fire at this one that you already shot. Same thing, just 9 or higher.
12.
12. All right, perfect. You hit it. Yeah, you can kill it. Yeah, cool. Fire across. You now blast this one right in the head, right where the green glowing eyes are, because you assume that's the source of its magic. And you are correct. Head blasts off, body slumps to the ground. This black, dark ink sort of oozing out instead of blood. and you prepare yourself for the next one coming down the stairs. Anything else you
Yeah.
want to do on your turn?
And the Witch Queen is still not corporeal, right? She's still
Right.
got
Yeah.
it.
It'll
She's-
be a little bit before that.
Great.
She's
You
still
just gotta
being
hold
a
off
bitch.
with this again. Yeah. All right.
So
If
I
you're all
guess-
happy, we'll jump over to Ruby. So you're standing in this dark spectral forest. You see there's like this fog over everything as well, so you can't see too far into the woods. And you see this this young girl standing in front of you.
I think Ruby is going to try and bewitch her and say, your biggest mistake was you came into my mind and decided to do this on my turf with my friends. And now you're going to pay the consequences.
Perfect, love it.
I don't know what you need me to roll for that, but
Great question. I was just looking up the bewitch ability again because I always forget what you can do. Oh, here we go. While talking, grab and keep another creature's attention. As long as you do nothing but speak. Okay, so yeah, you're doing your usual, trying to hold her in
Yeah.
place. Great, but she has a powerful entity,
Yeah.
so we'll roll for that. So she's still a difficulty 7, so that's a 21 or higher off the bat. Is it with your like speech stuff? We'll go ahead and
Yeah.
use that right away
Okay.
for a difficulty 6, so that's an 18 or higher.
and I will
Good kind.
apply 2 edge to bring it down to a
Wow.
4.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds good.
Or 2
So
effort,
12.
sorry.
Yeah. So we're rolling a 12 or higher then.
That is a 19. Bitch.
Bitch. Awesome. All right. You successfully you just start talking to her and holding her in place. She's kind of you see her like hearing your words, and then she recognizes that you're using magic against her, and she it's usually when you use bewitch on people, it's you're almost tricking them into like paying attention to you and listening. She knows exactly what's happening and is trying to break free immediately. You see her like try to like lunge at you, and her feet are in place. She can't push past this mental barrier that you're putting on her. She's
It's
like,
almost like you gave me magic and didn't expect me to use it. Now, whose fault is that? Do dumb shit, win dumb prizes.
You demonstrate win good prizes.
she's just like struggling physically, and she just says, I can't wait to take over your body and let you watch as I kill your friends. As she tries to break free. Awesome. Love it. Okay, anything else you want to do on your turn here, Ruby, as you're in this like
No, I
psychic battle?
I have to keep on talking at her mentally.
Yeah.
Keep
Ruby,
this up.
your mom's kind of a bitch.
All
I
right,
feel
we'll
like
jump
if Ruby
back.
can say it, she says no shit.
Sure, we can say that you have a little bit of awareness on what's going
My
on the outside.
mother-in-law is such a bitch.
It's like actually, Ruby, I'll say that your senses of the room itself, the physical room, not the mental psychic space that you're in right now, you can kind of sense things, but it's like it feels like you're listening to a TV in another room. It's muffled, and you know stuff is happening, and you can get vague ideas, but it's hard to kind of grasp that. You're being held here in the psychic space by the dead queen, who you are successfully holding in place, so she can't do anything worse at the moment. All right, we'll jump back up to the top. Garon, you're up next. You're seeing Ruby kind of like twitching and moving on the table as she's being possessed. Ava is behind you, trying to hold off these beasts. She's already killed one and is going after another. What would you like to do on your turn?
I
Assuming you're going to keep doing.
Yes, I think I'm gonna listen, like my senses taking in all the sounds and information around me, and then I just take a deep breath and kind of search for that connection to the green, and I'll like even step over to Ruby and take, since I cut both of our palms, I'll take this is so unsanitary. I'll take her hand that I cut with mine and just kind of like just hold our hands together and try and pull magic through that connection and just keep and try and double down and get the dead queen out of her.
You're straddling this line of the magic of the green and the like dark blood magic, which you don't like to delve into, but you're kind of having to straddle this line between the two. And a good way to do that, a good way to to continue that on is through literal blood magic with Ruby too. I love it. Cool. All right, so we're gonna get another check from you. We're still at a difficulty 7 off the bat. Drop it by 2 for your using magic, so difficulty 5, so 15 or higher.
And I'm gonna apply another 2 effort.
All right, sounds good. So we'll drop it back down to a difficulty 3, so 9 or higher.
1. That's a 4.
Oh, sorry. 4. All right. Sounds good. All right. So you continue trying to do this. You're trying all these different methods. You're like, I'm going to embrace some blood magic now. But it's still a little icky. So you're not able to fully push through at the moment. Next up is the Dead Queen, who is just kind of yelling threats at you, Ruby. You see this like teenage girl just yelling and then I'm gonna make you disembowel that one girl or whatever, and it's just like going off at you.
I feel like Ruby retorts with, you mean my wife?
Love it. So you're trying to barrel through there. You're still holding on. You succeeded on your check, so she loses a turn essentially, which is great because she is very deadly. We'll move on to the beasts. So beasts of the Dark Earth are going to do their thing. We have the one that's attacking Ava, and then I need someone to roll for me. This is a luck check, another 50-50er. So 11 or higher is what you want. 10 or lower is not what you want. Who's going to roll for us?
I'll go.
Not me. Oh, my roll's so bad.
That was a 16.
16? Okay, sounds good. So a new beast does not show up yet. Let's jump over. So there's just the one barreling down the stairs right now, Ava. It comes straight at you, and it's going to try and attack you. So I need a difficulty 4 speed defense roll for me. Sorry, difficulty 2. So 6 or higher, so you got to roll. You still there, Ava?
Oh, what was that? 16?
A 6 or higher.
6 or higher. Got it.
Yep.
19.
Just trying to. Perfect. You're fine. Beast comes through to try to strike you. Oh wait, do they have more than one attack?
No. No.
Let me
It's
check.
just one.
Let me just check real
It's
quick.
just one. Believe me, I didn't read the rule book, but I know these things.
It is one. Unfortunately, I'd like
See,
it
I
to.
told you.
All right, so it tries to take you down. Is not able to. You just flip over it again. You're nimble. You're thank goodness you didn't get any of that annoying pesky like heavy armor or leather jackets or anything. So yeah, you're fine there. Beast is going to continue to try to attack you. Another one doesn't show up yet. Ava, you are up next for your retort.
Okay, so I'm going to take is it in my face still?
Yeah, it's right there trying to take you down.
Okay, I can shoot it point blank, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 10 to hit.
That does not hit. Oh no, it does. Barely. It would be a 12 you would need to get, but because you're using a light pistol, it eases it. So you just need to roll a 9, which you did. Fantastic.
Great.
blast up into it. Do another 5 points of damage. And yeah, it's basically just, it comes down with this large claw, tries to strike you. You duck under it and just kind of shove that pistol right up into its jaw and fire. You see the jaw itself breaks apart, and now it's just like an upper mouth of this skull with this flesh coming off of it. Disgusting. Cool. All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn there, Ava?
No, I don't think that. I think I just get the one attack with the pistol.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Ruby, you're up next.
I feel like Ruby is just gonna keep on bewitching and taunting her mom.
All right, so we'll get another check for that. Again, starts difficulty 7. I think I brought that down to 6 for social stuff.
With social stuff, and then I'll bring it down to a 4 with effort.
Okay, so using your intellect to get down to 4,
Yep.
so 12 or higher is what you'll need to roll.
And ooh, nope, that was bad. That was a 1.
That was a 1?
Yeah.
It was a 1? Oh,
yes, that
no.
was a 1. And
All right.
unfortunately.
How am I gonna fuck you guys up? Let's see.
I'm sorry.
Fucking us up.
What night starts too? Fuck.
I know. I'm like, okay, which D20 do I try next?
All right. Okay, here's what happens. She's been like trying to break free and almost attack you. It's interesting because technically you're being attacked psychically. So there's not a physical form, but it feels very physical. You're holding her back and she's coming at you. And you see the moment that you can't hold her anymore as she breaks free and she like runs at you and just, strikes you right in the chest with her palm. And this unholy strength just blasts you back through the air before you strike into a tree and slump down. And you're taking 6 points of damage off of that.
Intellect?
This will be... Oh, that's technically it would be might. She is attacking you psychically. Let's say...
Where do you want it from?
Let's do physical attacks.
Okay.
Keep your intellect for now, so it'll be might. Drawing from your might pool
That's
first. So
hurt.
6 points from your might pool.
It's not a very big pool, guys.
Let me know, by the way, guys, if anyone's pools drop to 0, then bad effects start happening to you. So make sure to let me know if you hit 0.
Does it matter
All
which order they go in?
It matters what. No, if any of them go to 0, it's the same effect. But when you take hits, it'll be from a specific pool. Physical attacks are might, etc., etc. Okay, cool. That is the dead queen. You see that she strikes you against the tree, and then with just like ridiculous speed, just appears next to you almost, and grabs you by the throat and lifts you up against the tree. And that's where you are now before we catch up with you soon. In the meantime, we've got... Oh, wait. Did I skip someone?
No.
I did. I started doing the dead queen's turn.
No, you were finishing Ruby's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So,
oh, right. The
Ruby
one.
got a 1.
She hasn't taken a turn yet. You rolled a 1, and she got
Ruby
to do
took
that
a
for
1.
free.
Yeah.
I forgot. Oops. Garon, you're up. So we need another roll. Again, we're starting at 7, drop to a 5, 15 or higher, unless you want to apply anything.
Yes, I will continue my 2 effort.
All right, sounds good. All right, drops us down to a 9 or higher.
Thank you. That is an 11.
11. All right, just
Third
enough.
11
Perfect.
tonight.
Awesome. All right. So you finally succeed on one. Can you go ahead and describe that for me real quick? That works there.
Yeah, I think
You're basically having to change tactics.
Yeah, I think I think I just double down even further. Like I pull Ruby's hand up and squeeze it tighter where our cuts are overlapping with each other. And then I think for probably the first time ever, I dig deep into a dark part of myself where I'm just like, I will my magic is being fueled by rage and the desire to kill the dead queen and whatever that means to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you kind of like let emotion take over a little bit more than you were before. You were being very technical about everything, and now that you're letting more emotion and feeling seep into it, suddenly you have some success.
I think
so that's our
I think my maybe my eyes go a bit darker, like my pupils dilate when they shouldn't be.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. From the inside, Ruby, from inside your mind, you're being held up and choked against this tree. But you just, for a split second, you see the strength dips and you slide down the tree for a moment before she holds you again. You see her green glowing eyes like almost flicker for a moment. You see just like soft blue eyes below that before it goes back to glowing green. And she's as she like, you see her like lose focus for a moment and then come back to fighting you. So her difficulty is actually reduced slightly. Instead of a difficulty 7, everything against her and her abilities are now a difficulty 6. So you're weakening her so far. We got to get her down to a difficulty 4 before we can get our strikes in, but that's where she is right now, difficulty 6. All right, cool. That's Garon's turn. Dead Queen, she gets to go now. Dead Queen is like, yes, I gotta hurry this up, and she's gonna attack you, Ruby. I think she's going to pull you off of the tree and kind of toss you aside. Again, this just like ridiculous strength in here. She is so powerful in this like psychic space. She tosses you across. You go. Before we say what happens when you collide, let's see if you can avoid this attack. Yeah. So this is speed defense.
Oh god, I can't.
Starting at difficulty 6, which is an 18 or higher.
I can't boost this anywhere, though, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to try and see.
Okay.
Because of that stupid jacket.
Yeah. So yeah, 18 or higher.
No, I did not. It was a 3.
3? Okay, sounds good.
I'll take it.
So, although I did just realize that you have armor, so you should be reducing the damage that you take.
Oh, I didn't know if the armor is counting for that or not.
Because I'm making them like kind of physical attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
In a way, it's basically like your brain figuring out how to make sense of what's happening. So you're able to kind of still use your abilities and stuff in a physical sense. So you can reduce the last attack you'd take by how much do you get from your
3?
God damn it. All right. But you're now taking from the physical attack you did, it's another 6 points, drop down to 3. So it actually evens out between the two attacks.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Also, she let go of my neck, so I can talk again.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you can breathe again. So she tosses you. You go kind of like tumbling across the dirt, like lands like stomach down, kind of getting back up before you just feel a foot against your back that pushes you back down into the dirt. And she says, I'm going to really enjoy this. Anything? Yeah, that's her turn. We're going to switch over to the beasts. I need another D20 roll, please. See if any more beasts show up.
All right, I'll do it.
Someone else take that. My luck has been
19!
Shit.
19, fantastic. All right. You're still just got the one you're worrying about. Who's going to come in and try and strike you again, Ava. So let's get a speed defense roll. Normally a difficulty 4. Your stuff drops down to a difficulty 2. 6 or higher. 16, fantastic. You're fine. You're rolling really well.
Yeah, job. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. I'm rolling in the cup holder on my sectional, so That seems to be going really
that's what
well
it
for
is.
me. Yeah.
You're gonna have to do that forever now.
That's how I roll dice now.
I need
It's
one
in
of
the
those.
cup holder. Charlie, I need you to remove the cup holder from your sectional and bring it over to my
Yep.
house.
That one specifically, the one you're rolling so well in.
Yes, that one. All right. I am going to actually pull the sword. I'm gonna drop the derringer for now and grab the sword and just start whacking on this
Puppy.
Yeah.
puppy.
Sounds
So
good to me.
cute.
Yeah.
Smells like
Aw.
decay and rot.
Just a baby.
It's just a
Yeah.
baby.
Just this black ooze coming out like Shaw used to be before he blew it off.
It's just a little baby. Look at the fuzzy ears. There's moss on them. All right.
Goddamn.
Oh, I totally missed. That is a 5.
A 5. Yep, totally missed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yep, you strike across. You do strike. You strike on like this meaty part of the shoulder, and the skin
nothing.
just kind of slops off, but it's not enough to like do any damage that you.
She just retches a little.
like to
Free action to retch.
Yep. All right, cool. So that's your turn doing that, continuing to stand your ground. We're gonna jump over to Ruby. You're
We're
being
gonna
held down
try-
face first in the dirt.
We're gonna try a bewitch again.
Yeah, sounds good.
And in response to her, I'm gonna say, well, unfortunately, I cannot share your enjoyment because this is completely not my kink. So I'm gonna have to review you.
Perfect. Sounds good.
That is an 18.
Perfect. So even without adding anything on top, that's just enough to beat her lower difficulty. Cool. So yeah, she like you say these words, strike her with another psychic attack, and she kind of stumbles back and like kind of releases off of you, and you're able to stand back up and get back in your ground. She's like yeah, she's just very angry. Awesome.
Off
Anything else you
kilter
want to
and
do?
angry. I
Yeah.
can't do anything besides talking at this point. I have to focus completely on the magic. But if I can make her
Gotcha.
angry and angry at me versus anyone else, buys me a little bit.
She's very focused on you.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Buys me
but you're-
time.
Yeah. Again, you see her like kind of recognize the magic you're doing and like still trying to push through, but planted to the ground where she is. Her eyes like glowing this like really deep sickly green. Okay, we'll jump back up to Garon.
Okay.
Believe in you.
So difficulty lowered a little bit. We're starting at a 6, which is 18 or higher. You drop it down to a 4 automatically, so 12 or higher. Anything else you wanted to add on top
Yes.
Doing
I'm
some more
just,
intellect?
I'm just gonna keep up with the 2 effort.
of that? All right, sounds good. So that drops us down to difficulty 2, so just a 6 or higher right now. What is your intellect pool at right now, by the way? How many points you got?
7.
Left? 7? Oh my gosh.
The fact that I have
Yeah.
2 edge and intellect has been saving me.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You built your character specifically for what's happening right now.
Yeah,
This is
yep.
perfect. All right, 6 or higher. That's all you need. Oh my god, please. What do we got? 1. Cool. All right. How am I gonna screw you guys up now? Let's see. All right.
It hurt.
Ooh, you know what we're gonna do here?
Corrupt me.
All right. Yes. So you start trying to help her out here. You're moving to like a new tactic. You're like, all right, this blood magic stuff's starting to kind of work. Let me try another method of it. And as you do, you feel just for a split second, your mind connects to this mental space between Ruby and the dead queen. And not only do you connect there, but you are suddenly drawn, and you feel you see the surroundings that Ruby is at, You see this like dead forest, all this fog. You see Ruby standing her ground against the dead queen. The dead queen they're locked in like this psychic battle together. And you see the dead queen turns her head and sees you there. And she says, "Nuh-uh, you shouldn't be here." And just reaches out her hand. And your mental energy is shunted back out from this space into your physical form, which gets blasted back against the bookshelves against the wall, and you smash against it. You're going to go ahead and immediately take 5 points of physical damage, so from your might pool, as you collide with this.
What harmful effect level was that?
Oh, too high.
And is it a spirit, though? Does she count as a spirit right now? Because Garon has a little joker on, too.
She does, because she hasn't finished she's won't be a spirit anymore if she fully takes over Ruby's body, but you've been able to hold that off so far. So she shunts you back into your... Oh no, she can't even like see or interact with you. All right, so you just see that you go in, you see this like psychic space for a moment. You see Ruby, you see like Garon there physically for a moment, kind of flashing there. You guys have a moment if you need to connect at all before Garon, you start feeling yourself being pulled back out.
There's just a moment, like, I feel like Ruby sees Garon out of the corner of my eye, says "fuck" in the middle of her tirade, and just then goes back to, like, keep going, get this done fast. I don't know how long I can hold her, kind of thing. That's Garon. And she's not breaking eye contact because she knows the second she looks at Garon, she gives away what's going on.
Yeah, Garon, you see this like almost avatar of Ruby is like physically battered. Like you see blood coming down from her nose, rips in her clothing. Her arms are like bruised, big old bruise across her neck as she stands there having this. And you can see that she's hurting. As Garon, you are pulled back out into your physical form. You have this moment here. Okay, well, I tried to do something on you guys. I'll let you guys get away for free with that nat one. You're welcome. Very good use of remembering your abilities. Because of that, I'll let you guys
all the
get
ciphers up on one character.
No, if I could just roll well.
Exactly. So your punishment is a wasted turn, unfortunately. All right, so Dead Queen's still doing all right. However, she is locked in the psychic battle with Ruby. Ruby, you're not letting her go, so her turn's going to be wasted. We're going to jump back over to the Beasts of the Dark Earth, who are going to be attacking Ava. Need another D20 roll, please.
Who's on this one?
You got it, Ava.
18.
Oh my god.
Stop rolling well.
Please give me an epoxy mold of your cup holder.
So, yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna cut it in half and then give half of it to Charlie, just so Charlie can roll in like the little.
No, but then Charlie will kill us in masks.
I don't
gotta
make
take
any
it away
rolls in
on
masks, though.
masks. Oh, that's true.
All right, well, then it's just gonna go ahead and try to attack you. So difficulty 4 drops down to a difficulty 2 from your buffs, so 6 or higher on your roll. Try to avoid an attack.
Is this the second attack?
The first one, you were just rolling to see if more beasts show up. You're making a luck roll.
Sweet.
And you've been doing very well on all of your rolls.
Yeah.
So no new beasts.
No, I didn't do well on this one. I got a 6.
Okay, got it.
Is that what I needed? I think I needed a 9, didn't I?
So this beast like barrels into you, knocks you to the ground, and it brings this hand up to strike you. And as it comes down, you see, what was his name? Harold. Just like blasts up in front of the beast, which strikes into it instead as the doll bursts apart. and
Jenna
shatters into a
cries
million
because
pieces.
she's emotionally attached
Sacrifices
to
itself for
this
you.
imaginary doll that's in this imaginary game.
Been with us since like session 2, for the record.
Good point.
Ava
Been
will
around for
pour
a while.
one out for homie Harold later. If they survive. Your sacrifice won't be
Love
in
it,
vain,
exactly.
buddy.
Everyone drinks to Harold. Cool. All right, great. So
My
I got
Lord
it
and
straight
Savior
in.
Harold.
But yeah, doll
I'm
neutralized
gonna
it.
roll out from under the beast or whatever, and then come up on him with the sword.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Starting at difficulty 4, drops. Nope, starts at difficulty 4. 12 or higher.
12 or higher. 14.
14. Nice. So you do your attack. I believe with the sword, it's a medium weapon, so it'll be 4 damage.
Yep, 4 damage. Yep.
Nice. Okay. So it is still up,
Wait.
but it looks like.
Actually, does weapon wielder apply?
Great question.
You add +1 damage to one type of. Oh no, one type of weapon. Oh, actually, it's melee or to one type of weapon attack. Oh yeah. I think no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just 4.
Good
I'm
enough.
not.
Yeah,
I'm not
+1
gonna try
damage
to
to
figure
one
out
type
whether
of
we
weapon.
meant we chose
Oh
melee.
no,
or-
it's a choice between melee weapons or ranged weapons, which you set it as melee weapons. 'cause your sword.
I chose melee.
Dagger.
I just throw the knives. So you're.
Oh, great. All right.
So it is 5.
Okay. So yeah, 5 damage. It is still up, but barely. You sever one of its arms off.
Sweet.
And it's coming in for another attack. You're starting to get like this black gunk that's like spilling out of them. You're just.
I'm
getting
gonna
it
need
on
so
yourself.
many baths after this.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Just covered in this like tar.
It's gonna be
gross.
like 3 or 4 before the water can run clear again.
Love it.
Smells so bad.
Okay, that's Ava then. We're gonna jump over to Ruby. So you're still stuck in this battle. If you want to re-up your bewitching, that's what we'll be doing.
We're just re-upping bewitching. I think
All right,
Ruby
so
wipes
the
away
difficulty-
some of the metaphor, like physical blood off of her lip, and is just continues heckling her mom, being like, "So your pretty little beasties out there don't have much bark or bite for their bark. Seem to be yipping around a lot and not doing much else."
Just wait until I get out of here. So difficulty
Like
6
you
is what we're
can.
starting with. Yeah, difficulty 6, drop to 5. So
And
15 or
then
higher.
I'll apply 2 effort.
2 effort? Okay.
Yeah.
From your intellect, that drops us down to difficulty 3. So 9 or higher.
That's a 19.
19? That's plenty. Cool. So you keep her in place. You continue to hold her in the psychic battle. And if you're good, we'll jump over to Garon.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. Garon, you're up next. So you just seen Ruby in trouble. You're trying your best out here, doing what you can. Yeah. Are we just gonna attempt this again?
Yep.
All right. So we're at a difficulty 6.
Same song and dance. My using magic. 2 effort. Bring it down.
All
to
right, brings it all the way down to 2, so 6 or higher. That's all you got to roll. You got this.
God. Thank you, Jesus. That is a 13.
13. All right. Not a super high number, but you have so many things helping you that you're able to make that happen. So she's going to drop down another difficulty. Ruby, you see the from within this psychic space, you see the green eyes disappear for a moment again. You see the just her natural blue eyes below it, and kind of an expression of just like fear for just a moment before it comes back to just this anger. Green eyes again, glowing, sickly green. And yeah, she's weakened again. We're down to difficulty 5 for everything, which is a little bit more manageable. Just got to get her down to a difficulty 4 before we can take her out. But you do see Garon on the outside. You do see next to the altar just for a second, almost like flickering in and out, you see the young girl that you saw in that psychic space, popping up for just a moment. Can't be more than 16 years old, just there for a moment and then gone again. Almost like this spiritual form forming into a physical body for a moment before disappearing again. So something's working here. Cool. All right, that's Garon. We're gonna jump over to the dead queen, who is still being held by Ruby, just yelling obscenities at you at this point. Fuck you. She is trying to force her way through to take over the body.
Ruby is definitely yelling obscenities right back at her.
Like mother, like daughter.
Yes.
Cool.
The worst way
So
possible.
nothing more she can do there. We'll jump back over to the beasts. Ava, let's get that luck d20 roll, please. Just the luck roll. You're muted, by the way, if you're saying anything.
16.
Oh my god, stop it. Let me kill you guys.
I did the thing.
I'm gonna end up killing myself, okay? With all of my failed rolls.
All right, so that's
The balance of this quest rests on a rusty knife.
all right. This beast that's in lockstep with you, Ava. It is, well, lockstep. Really not. It's getting pummeled to death. Has just a couple of hit points left. Just getting this black tar everywhere. It's gonna go ahead and try to hit you again. So let's get a. Well, hang on. Wait. It has some abilities. Let me just read those real quick. No, it doesn't. Never mind. All right. Yeah, they're just mindless killing machines.
No
Go ahead and
ability.
make your speed defense roll against it. So
All
starting at a
right.
difficulty 4, you drop it down to a 2. So 6 or
Natural
higher.
20.
Oh, shit. All right.
I'm gonna start like taking pictures of these and sending them to you all because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
My God.
I can't like see it, so I have to like look over. So I don't know what I rolled until I like look over it.
All right.
But yeah.
You get a nat 20. You get to put in a player intrusion. A go-to would be just get a free attack if you'd like to do that, or if you have
Yeah.
anything else you would like to do instead.
The queen isn't corporeal yet. We're still on.
Nah, you did see the like flickering of like something appearing next to Ruby's body, but nothing yet.
Okay. I'd like an extra attack then.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, it comes down to strike you, and you just like
Twist, roll,
yeah. I imagine you
jab.
like sliding underneath it and just stabbing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like the rake from underneath while you're doing like
Yes.
a baseball slide through its legs.
Well, let's see how successful you are with a
yeah,
with your
let's
roll.
see.
So,
Otherwise, it would be embarrassing.
starting at difficulty 4, which is 12 or higher.
16.
16, fantastic. Yep, you kill it. You just slice it in half. As you're like sliding under it, like sword up, kind of severing it.
Yeah.
All of the black tar just falls all over you, covering your face and everything. As you stand up on the other side, this creature just separates in half from the middle, falls over on either side. As you stand up with
And
just
my hair is covered in black tar and I smell awful. Like death.
terrible. Like,
But I
literal
look
death, yeah.
so fucking fierce.
Yep.
Just like rub the
Cool.
black tar on like football.
Awesome. All right. Yep. And you stand ready for the next thing. That's Ava.
Can I actually
jump
run
over
to the doorway? I'm gonna start launching grenades at them and shit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you get up there to the top and you look out. Because the last beast was destroyed, I have a thing in place where 2 more will appear in its place. So you see 2 barreling in from down the street as it's coming towards the door. So, oh no, you got a free attack, so it's still your turn.
Yeah.
So if your
Do I see
beginning of your
them?
turn is just moving up to the top of the stairs, you do see 2 barreling down the street to come
How
at you.
far away are they?
They're short range away, which a grenade will reach if you want to.
Oh,
chuck one.
great. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toss a grenade at him. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you have this bandolier
Yeah, and I
with
just
a couple grenades on it. Chuck it right at the beast. Yeah, absolutely. Let me grab the hand grenade rules. I believe it just does automatic damage, but I want to double check because
I assume it's a thrown weapon, right?
These things are not having a good day.
No.
yeah, explosive weapon inflicts 4 points of damage in immediate radius.
Cool.
Explosive weapon.
Ava's having a good day though.
Yes. Ava is having
Ava's like
a great
fucking
day.
Rambo out here.
Oh.
This is the most fun I've had in forever.
Okay. So you're going to make a separate attack roll for each target.
Okay.
So speed attack, you're rolling a 12 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
18.
18. Cool.
Mhm.
So that hits one of them.
Oh, and I got a natural 1 though. On the second.
Okay. Cool. How am I gonna fuck you over? Let me read here.
So the cup holders finally betrayed me. You know, I think it's because there's a dead ladybug in here that it's lucky.
Well, is it a ladybug or an Asian beetle?
Asian beetle.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Okay. We're gonna do this. So you throw the grenade. It lands on the ground, right next to one of them. But the explosion next to this one, it kind of shelters the blast from the second one, which won't take any damage this turn. The one you did hit takes 4 damage.
Uh-huh.
The other one, with this happening, so for the natural one, you see as it's barreling, it just lifts its head into the air and lets out this blood-curdling screech. Like you were expecting a howl, but it's just this loud screech that makes you instinctively have to like cover your ears from this noise. And it for a moment is going to instill this like fear in you, and it's going to paralyze you for a round. So next turn.
Shit, then I can't quick draw and throw another one.
Oh, can you quick draw with thrown weapons? Is that
Yeah.
right? That's what it is.
Quick throw.
Yeah,
It costs 1 speed. After using a thrown light weapon, you draw another weapon and make another thrown attack.
Got it. So
This
yeah,
is
with this thing, because you rolled a natural one.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. Nat 1.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Not one and done.
Just until your next turn. So it's going to
I'll
interrupt
need to
this
be
turn.
throwing more
and
grenades
then-
next round anyways, I'm pretty sure.
Sounds about right.
But Ava is having the time of her life. She just feels like Rambo out here. Just fucking blowing shit up, fucking shit up.
Fun. Good for you.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted
So
to kill you,
happy
but it's
for
okay. I'm so happy for you. All right, Ruby. You're up next. So,
Antagonizing mom.
Yeah.
Bewitched.
Take her out. So difficulty lowered a little bit to difficulty 5 to start with. Go to 4 with your social stuff. Do you want to do anything on top of that?
I'm gonna drop it 2 more because why not?
Because why not? So that we're at difficulty 2, 6 or higher.
That is a 6. So just barely.
Because you put in that effort. Fantastic. What's your intellect pool looking like at the moment?
I'm at a 9 out of 17 right now.
Damn. Again, yeah, the two of you guys with all your intellect points are set up for this.
Yes.
That is the entire point of it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are going against like an ancient deity, and very fun. Okay, that's great. So you continue to hold her in place, just barely. She's still trying to force her way through, having a hard time with that. Garon, we're back up to the top.
Okay.
So if you can succeed one more time,
Yep.
we can get this done. Numbers wise, starting at a difficulty 5 now, drop it down to a 3 with your using magic, so 9 or higher.
I'm gonna
Anything else you
apply
want to do? You gotta apply your 2 efforts.
Bring that down to a 1.
Perfect.
I have
Brings
3
that to
in my
1.
pool left after this, by the way.
Got it. So 3 or higher is what you're aiming for.
Thank God. That's a 5.
5?
Yeah.
All right. Just thank God you used both of those points.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Oh, great. Okay. So this is the last one that's working. Garon, what's your final step to pull the dead queen out of Ruby and put her in her own corporeal form?
I think we're gonna pull in some real witchy vibes, and I had to make a little, basically, straw doll. And at this last step, keeping with the descent down the dangerous path of the blood magic, I pull out a little like sewing needle and draw it through my blood as the caster, and then stab it through the doll's heart. So then there's just this wave of shadow that comes out of Ruby's chest and converges on this doll.
Oh, gotcha. Very cool. Yeah. You see almost like as this is happening, the doll is like ripped from your hand by an invisible force, floats in the air as it becomes the material that turns into the young woman standing in front of you. You see the dead queen in form, but this no longer this like young girl in the psychic space. She's back to the dead queen's form, which is this like you see like gaunt features, a bit of decay on her, eyes glowing green. Her long black hair is almost floating spectrally in a way. She's no longer a spirit now because she's in a corporeal form. So she locks eyes with you and sees you.
Yep.
With pulling her out, you also have this unfortunate negative effect, which is that you're severing the connection between Ruby and her. So Bewitch is no longer a factor.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
As she's pulled out.
We're gonna have a worse time of it than I am right now.
And you see the dead queen.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if I could, just because I've been going down a dark path to add some flavor to Garan, I like to imagine there's just like dark, sickly, like his veins in his face and cheeks are just turning this dark, sickly green color.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, definitely. You also see like your veins are like becoming like a prominent black color, like kind of coming up your neck a little bit and starting to create patterns on your face as you're holding back. Love it. She locks eyes with you. And unless you have anything else you want to do on your turn, she's going to go next. I guess you've used your like main action here, but
yeah, I think I'll just, as she takes form, because I'm feeling lots of anger within me, I just lower my hand that I've kind of been using to cast these spells and things, and tilt my head to the side and say, "Pleasure to meet you, bitch."
You see that her eyes have been glowing green, but they just go like almost fiery green. Like you see almost fire in her eyes as she is on her turn going to go ahead and attack you, Garan.
Yep.
She is no longer messing about with any sort of psychic stuff. She's going straight at you. Ooh, wait, what's this? What's this ability?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
My
I don't
doom.
want to know.
It is my doom.
Your death will not be in vain.
I sure fucking hope not. I'm relying on you, Ava.
Come stab my mom.
And Ruby when she wakes up. Will hopefully be very
That's
fast.
a choice.
She does have a thing she can do. She like takes a step towards you, like she's just gonna fucking pummel you. before like almost composing herself, and she kneels to the ground, puts both hands on the ground, and you suddenly feel an earthquake below you. You are on the bottom floor of a house that starts to shake and crumble, and debris starts falling from above you.
Oh, you might not want to do that, stupid dead lady. I definitely rigged this place to fucking blow.
Maybe you shouldn't tell her that?
So,
if she's gonna blow us all up, I would like to not, let's not do that unless we absolutely have to. Maybe you could be a little more fucking careful. Maybe.
So I need she does this.
She does not even care. And I'm like, nope.
Well, she's already going for it, and she doesn't care what
anyway.
you have to say there.
Mm-hmm.
He's around. Creatures in the area take. Oh, fantastic! Everyone just takes 3 points of damage as you are
Does this
hit
happen?
by falling debris.
Does this happen to be a harmful effect level 5 or lower?
Yes.
But
Now it is, because she is a level 4 creature now. So, yeah.
Hooray!
What's the thing that you get with that again? It just fails.
Yeah, the first. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
effect
Cool.
that's
All right, so
avoid harmful effect level 5 or lower. So now that's
effect will fade for you. Ruby, we'll cut to you for a moment, because you're locked in the psychic battle with the dead queen. Before you see she like vanishes into mist and joins the fog in the psychic realm. And for a moment, you just are there before being sucked back into your body. You have this throbbing pain in your hand where your cut you, and you just start feeling the ground shake below you and debris starting to fall. A like giant plank of wood falls down directly to strike on top of you before it almost changes direction last moment, completely supernaturally, and falls on the ground next to the table as you have that effect on as well.
Yeah, I do as well. I was like, is this my effect or is this some other bullshit that I have to worry about?
It's the effect. So both of you guys just like the debris supernaturally dodges you for a moment, and you guys both avoid the 3 damage. Ava, on the other hand, hi. You're going to take the 3 damage from this, so that's coming from your might pool.
Yep.
Cool. Sounds good. So she just tries to bless everybody with that.
I feel like Ruby, as she wakes up, says, "Thank God for that shotgun wedding right before that."
and you wake up to see Giron in a sight.
Welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's discipline
Ava got like hit in the head with a rock. And
I know. Like some debris.
So happy for you guys.
You're welcome.
So she started this earthquake, and you feel that it isn't stopping as she comes back up. It looks like this is going to be an ongoing effect for a certain number of rounds as she moves toward you. The explosives have not gone off yet, but it's kind of only a matter of time.
Are you? This lady, your mom's fucking nuts.
I know, right?
She's so fucking crazy.
This.
So that's the dead queen's
turn. She's crazier than I thought she was.
May I point out that she's both of your mother-in-laws now, so
even more of a reason that I'm gonna have to kill her. Again, I think she's already dead, but like dead again. You know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the dead queen looks like she's gonna kill Giron. But we're over to the beasts. The beasts of the dark earth next. We've got 2 that have been barreling towards Ava. Ava, you've just been struck in the head by a rock while also being paralyzed from this screeching noise. So because you're paralyzed,
probably why I got struck in the head. Otherwise, I would have dodged it.
You're going to be hindered for these speed defense rolls.
Okay.
So it's now at difficulty 5. gets reduced 2 because you're bullshit, so it's a difficulty 3. So 9 or higher is what you're trying to roll to avoid 2 different attacks. So you'll need to do that twice.
Stupid bullshit. Yes.
I love your stupid bullshit.
I do love my stupid bullshit too. All right. That's a 16.
All right, fantastic. That's the first strike comes in. You dodge out of the way, still clutching your ears as you like dive roll.
Yep.
And then the other one is going to attack you as well. So same thing, 9 or higher.
All right. Oh no, that's a 5.
That's 5. All right, so that one's going to strike you. These guys do, I believe, 4 points of damage.
Okay.
As it strikes down and hits you.
All right.
And that's from your might pool again.
Yep.
Is anyone at 0 yet on any of your pools?
No.
All right, cool. Cool. All right. That's both of the beasts. They're like kind of trying to get down the stairs past you to go like defend the beast of the to go defend the dead queen, but you're like there blocking the stairs almost because he went up.
Yeah, that's what she wanted to do.
Grenades.
She was choke pointing. I mean, she's like, I'm gonna throw some grenades at him first, and then I'm gonna fucking be a human shield, and hopefully I don't die. You know?
Please don't die because you have the knife.
You're
hopefully
like
I have
holding
just
one...
enough strength to put the final blow to your ma. You know?
I appreciate that.
You've got like one in a headlock and kicking the other one. The one in the headlock is like gnawing on your arm. It's messy, but it's effective.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, on that note, Ava, it's your turn.
Well, since they're all up in my grill, I'm just gonna use Iron Fist and start punching a motherfucker.
Yeah, sounds good to me. That makes it a medium weapon, right? For fists. Cool.
Yeah, my fists or my kicks are medium weapons. So.
Got it. All right. Well, we're starting at a difficulty 4 for each of these. So 12 or higher.
Okay.
Unless you want to add anything. For punching and kicking, it would be from your might pool if you want to do anything with that.
Or if I use effort. Okay, I'm not gonna use any. I'm saving it for the dead queen, I think. All right.
Okay. So difficulty 12.
I missed the one. Oh yeah, that's it. I just get the one attack with this. Okay. Yep. I missed. I got a 5.
Okay.
The luck has run out. The ladybug cup holder.
No worries.
Yeah. Well, again, so you got the one in the headlock, and you just go to kick the other one, and your foot just like goes into its abdominal cavity and kind of caves it in, but not enough to actually like damage it. It's just your foot disappears for a second before you pull it out, and you're so covered in this like black viscous goo. You're just like so covered in this black.
I'm gonna have to burn these clothes when we're done.
It's
disgusting. All right, cool. So that's
loot the town.
That is Ava, I believe. Unless you want to do anything else, we'll jump over to Ruby. You are on the table. You've just come to, dodged an earthquake that's still rumbling.
I think I am going to make again try and bewitch Mother Dearest and make. I think Ruby makes tisk tisk noise and is like, "Oh, Mom, forgot about me already," and we'll try bewitch again.
Sounds good. Let's see if it's effective. So she's just a difficulty 4 now, so 12 or higher.
So 3 or higher. I'll take that 9 for now. That's a 19.
Nice. All right.
Yes.
You got her attention. You got her attention again. Although again, she like recognizes this as a magical effect. So her mission is still to take out Garon, because he's a problem. But Garon, you just see like you take a couple steps back as she's coming at you, and she just stops in place. And anger, you just see Ruby staring daggers into the back of her head, stopping her from moving. And Ruby, you've got her in place again. So with that,
The only thing I'm built to do.
yeah, and it's very effective. That's Ruby. We're going to jump back up to Garon. Ava's got the dagger, but it seems like you can hopefully. I don't know. What do you think you want to do?
I don't remember exactly. If you will kindly be able to remind me, do we need to weaken her further before the knife works, or do we just need to?
You've done what you need to. She is now in a physical form.
Okay.
That you can stab her with.
So
the problem before was that she was not in a physical form that could be stabbed.
Okay. So we just need to plunge the knife in her chest at this point. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Cool. I would like to use magic and switch places with Ava.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Is that a specific ability you have? Or
No. I just want to do like a teleportation swap kind of deal.
I love that so much.
I do too.
Obviously, we're gonna do a roll for it, but I love where we're at.
Creative.
Okay. Oh, I got a difficulty for this. That is very like advanced magic.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to use some stuff to get this lower. So we are starting with like near impossible, which is difficulty. We'll do technically impossible, which is a difficulty 7, which would be a 21 or higher. Using magic, we're gonna drop that down to a 5.
Yep.
So 15 or higher. If you want to do anything else with intellect, you don't have a lot in your pool.
Why not?
So you're gonna reduce it by 2.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. So we're at a difficulty 3. 9 or higher is all you need.
That's a 15.
All right, Garon. So
This is amazing.
you turn away from the dead queen. You look at the stairs where Ava is. You see her wrestling physically against these 2 beasts of the dark earth, and you're like, we need to end this now.
Yeah.
You trace some runes in the air, and almost like kind of reach out and grab her, even from this distance. You like mentally grab her and just pull her, and you guys swap spaces. Ava, you just appear right in front of the dead queen. You see her standing there, a look of confusion for a moment before back to anger, and she's like trying to reach out and attack you, but you see Ruby is holding her in place. Garon? Yeah, go ahead, Ava.
Ava also looks confused for a hot second, and then a big ass fucking smile comes across her face as she cracks her knuckles.
Yep.
This is just for dramatic effect. I'm not doing anything yet. But...
Of course. Meanwhile, Garon, you are now going into a position where you're headlocking a beast of the dark earth. Your foot is inside the other one, and you're pulling it out just as you see these 2 things barreling down on top of you to kill you. So that's the position you put yourself in. We will come back to that in a moment. Great. That's a great use of your turn. That's fantastic.
That was wonderful. You might regret it, but let's not make that happen.
Yeah, we have
that
a few,
later.
We have a few turns to finish up here before we get to Ava. So Dead Queen goes next. Thank God Ruby is holding her in place, so she cannot take her turn. I think. Yeah. She's just angry and trying and pushing. She angry.
She gnashes her teeth and hisses at me.
But we're not gonna go to the Beast of the Dark Earth. We got 2 of them attacking Garon right now. I do still need that luck roll of a d20 to see if more show up. Whoever would like to roll
I'll
that
do
can
it.
roll that.
I was gonna say, should I do it now? Because I'm confronting them.
12.
Just enough. You're fine. All right, so no new ones show up, but you're still going to take 2 attacks from these guys. So speed defense roll, starting at difficulty 4, which is 12 or higher, to try and dodge these bites and scratches and whatever else they're trying to do to you.
That's an 8 on the first one.
Oh no.
All right, so we're going to get we're getting 4 points of might damage to you.
I do have 1 armor, so does that reduce it by 1?
Yes, reduce it by 1 to 3 points.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
I have
and
more
then
points than I thought.
and then 1 more. The other one's going to attack you as well.
Another 8.
All right, another
no.
3 points from your might pool.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, as they just start trying to tear you apart physically. And then one of them is going to try and push past you to run down into the basement to help the dead queen. So if you would like to try and stop it from making it past you, we can do a roll for that to try and
I would like to
hold
try
it
and
at
stop
bay
it.
physically.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is going to be a straight up might roll
Me and my noodle
to
arms.
physically hold it in place. So difficulty 4. That's going to be a 12 or higher. You'd have to use your might pool if you want to try and reduce the difficulty.
Why not?
All right.
Why
You're
not?
going to use
I am
some might
Flirting
edge.
with danger.
Don't make her
Oh,
go
God.
home.
Where's your might pool at right now? If
I
can
have
ask?
3 left.
Okay, sounds good. So 1 strike will take you down to 0 on there.
Yes.
All right. So 12 or 9 or higher. So you got to roll.
Oh, wow, I didn't even need that. That's an 18.
Fantastic. How do you stop this
wimpy
thing?
Ascaron with his noodle arms just grits his teeth and is like, not today.
Perfect.
Go,
And you were
Garage!
holding these 2 things back. You're like grabbing onto the cellar door behind you to like steady yourself as you're holding these things at bay. They have no choice but to keep attacking you, which if we get back to their turn, we'll see that. That's the beasts. We're gonna jump over to Ava. You've got the dead queen in front of you.
Mhm.
She's trying her best to defend herself while Ruby holds her in place. We're still gonna make a roll for this. Go ahead and describe what you're doing specifically.
She slowly pulls the knife out of her jacket and just kind of waves it in front of the dead queen.
You see the dead queen. She sees it. She clocks that knife, and you, for the first time, see a look of fear as her green eyes fade, and it just goes to the soft, natural blue eyes. As she has fear, and then switches back to anger, and then almost like a pleading sort of face, eyes switching back and forth, goes back to the green with anger. As what would you like to do?
Ava's gonna put her hand on the dead queen's shoulder, and I'm going to use all my effort to lower this so I can't fuck it up. And I'm gonna plunge that rusty plain blade right into that woman's chest.
Fantastic. Well, she is severely weakened thanks to Garon, so it's starting at difficulty 4, drops you down to a difficulty 2 naturally because it's a dagger. You know exactly where to place this thing. If you're applying any effort, we can reduce it more. How
Sure.
many efforts can you do? You can do up to 2? That would drop it down to a difficulty 0, which would be an automatic success. So,
Against the odds.
even needing to roll.
Kill a god.
Everyone using their characters exactly as they were built to be made.
Yes.
Ava getting to do what she does best, which is stab a bitch. And you plunge this dagger directly into her. You immediately hear she screams this loud, cacophonous booming sound. You're almost pushed back after you've stabbed this knife in just from this raw blast. You see she starts rapidly decomposing in front of you. She like reaches out and like grabs your hand that's holding the knife, and you see the skin is falling off. It's just this bony hand. You see her face itself starts becoming more jaunted and falling away. Her eyes become sunken before disappearing, and you just see the skull in front of you screeching. Ruby, you're seeing the same thing from where you are. Garon, you're pretty preoccupied, but you hear all this happening behind you. But for you, what's happening is these creatures, they stop attacking you and they back up, and you see them like clawing at their ears, and like doing that like animal thing of just like trying to claw at their face to get the sound out of here. And they take a step back from you, Garon. You have a moment here. And as she decomposes, there's this final blast of energy. Ava, you go flying back. Ruby, you're knocked off the table onto the ground. Garon, you're fine. But this blast goes off, and there's nothing left behind except ash. As this happens, there's
Can I
a
add
moment.
Final word that Ruby gives to her mom.
Absolutely.
As she's decomposing. And I think Ruby is going to say, "Thank you for the chance to live," in response to this. Because this is entirely her fault, and if she hadn't created Ruby, this would have never happened. And she wants her to know that.
Yep. You say this last thing, you can there's like a break in the screaming before the blast happens. There's a moment, just a moment, before the rumbling
Oh no.
Oh no.
returns as the house itself it has become structurally unsound and begins
we
to
gotta get out of
break
here.
and crash. Ava, you have the right idea. I'm assuming. What would you
Grab
guys
our
like to do
packed up
as this
loot
plays out?
and run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Ava will just grab Ruby and like start moving. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta go. Grab Kara out of the way. Just like,
I'm
let's
upstairs.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You guys grab all your stuff. You start sprinting out, run up out the cellar door as the house begins to collapse. As we remember, it's also filled with explosives.
Oh no, we gotta
rigged
run.
to blow.
You gotta book it.
I made real
Ava,
bad
you remember this?
decisions.
Ava, you remember this? So remind everyone. And you guys all start taking several steps back.
Uh,
She's just
Before-
like running as fast as she can, trying to pull them along. Like, come on.
As the house, you yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if needed, I will try and put up a magic shield behind
Mhm.
us to keep us from getting injured or flung or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you guys are getting to this point. Garon, you just turn around. You throw up your hands as you know that the blast is about to go off. Ruby and Ava, as you're running, you see Garon stop, turn around, put his hands up. This like green shimmering shield appears in front of you and the explosion goes off. Debris goes flying in all directions. A few of the houses around it just get hit, and walls fall down. Lots of a few pieces of debris collide directly into your shield. You see the quick fireball comes around the shield, but not past it, as you're able to protect you guys. Excellent. So, giant explosion just happened in the middle of the town. What's next for you guys immediately? You start hearing shouts and like someone yelling, "This way! It was the leader's house."
Let's just go the other way from where just let them deal with their own shit. I don't really need to play anybody's therapist to explain to them that their occult purpose in life is not for this world anymore.
I don't really
and-
want to get caught here right now.
Yeah, let's just go.
I mean, I
Go the
kind of
other way.
hope my human mom kind of survived, but also like, I'm not going looking for her right now.
hope
got-
so too. It looked like she was booking, so hopefully she did.
Yeah,
Because that was a big explosion. And
that house is gone.
did I
Yeah,
kill a couple of your parents today? Probably. Sorry.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So
Hopefully not
you
your
guys just start
human.
running in the opposite direction of the noises, which are coming from where the battle is taking place before.
Yeah.
You guys run in the opposite direction. Ruby, as you're running, you do look down like a small street, and you do see two figures moving in that direction. One is recognizably your mother, who is helping along your father, who has like basically a crutch under his arm. He still has this like decomposition effect that you had seen before, where he's still like quite sick.
And I use inside voice on both of them and say, "It's over. Don't come looking for me," as I run out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you say that as you're passing by. Your father like kind of like looks up and around in front of him. They were heading in the opposite direction where you guys were, so they didn't see you yet. But your mom turns around and sees you, and
Sees
you just see
Ruben.
like kind of a
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Ruben.
Ruben.
It's not Ruby.
fuck. You're right. Never mind. And she's like confused, and then she turns around and starts walking with your dad. Yeah, that's fair. But she doesn't say anything. There's like just kind of like she sees you, and then she like keeps looking around looking for Ruby. And they continue just moving away from the center of town, trying to find a safe place to be. So, three of you guys continue running. You make it out of town, make it back into the woods to safety, relatively. Yeah, you guys defeated the Dead Queen. There you go. Using all of your abilities expertly, moving right into what you were built for.
For the
A
record,
well-oiled
I was
machine.
at 4 might, 3 speed, and 9 intellect by the time we ended that.
I was at 3 might, 9 speed, and 1 intellect.
I was down to 9 might, but I was fine on the other stuff because I wasn't fighting with my brain. I was fighting with my fists like the old gods intended.
Honestly, I think
Yeah,
it's...
Ava's fine. You got away with very minimal
No, as
scratches.
soon as we get
Oh,
to
yeah,
safety, Garon just collapses.
Ava will just help him up.
Yeah, just help
Get-
him up.
We should find the whatchamacallit,
Witch
Lead the
Queen?
way, Ava.
the witch queen's
Lead the
witch
way.
queen's abode.
Try and find it.
Try and find it. Well, I'm usually lost, so I should
Well,
be
that's
able to
the whole
find it,
point.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you guys have this touching moment of kind of like helping each other up.
Yeah, like a group hug. We're like hobbling together. Ava might
Yep,
be
exactly.
just like holding them up a little bit.
Yeah.
As you know, Ruby and Garon, you're getting all this black gunk on you from.
I mean,
Yeah,
Ava, who's
I
absolutely
saw when I
covered.
switched places with Ava, so...
I mean,
smell
Good point.
so bad.
I rather it on me than inside me, so we're fine.
That's a good point.
I mean,
So
as
it-
we're going out, mutter the incantation to try and summon the Witch Queen.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so you guys have this touching moment. You're running back into the woods, trying to find the Witch Queen to let her know what happened. Finish up what we had here. So we're over time, but I would love to kind of wrap up this story arc because this is basically where we've been heading this whole time. So let's do a little bit of like a montage of events for the next couple weeks. So you guys find the Witch Queen, you let her know what happened, she thanks you profusely, and basically the gift she gives you is essentially like a her favor, where it's basically like I owe you now. So you have an IOU
And a
from
shower,
the Witch
right?
Queen. What's that? Oh,
And a shower.
Yeah, there's a stream nearby you can use. Absolutely.
The whole
you'll have to
ecosystem
get
around
to,
here
like,
is
an
gonna be
actual
all
thing.
fucked up forever.
Um, so you got that from her. This just like in your moment of need, I'll help you in the future because you saved the world.
It's the least
and
you can do.
Honestly, a favor from the Witch Queen is massive.
Yeah.
That's fair.
She is a very powerful entity and has a lot of sway over this region of the world. So you can definitely call upon that. From there, what is next for your team? You guys wrap yourselves back up. You do your thing. Are you going back on the road as just a circus group? What happens next?
Ooh.
I think we break the story to what's his face, our reporter friend, and turn him towards that again, about the like cult that's been taking place. But then also, Ruby would be game for just continuing being in the circus together and researching magical books that they stole on the side. Learning more about their
solving occult
heritage.
mysteries, and it's a circus life for us.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Back on the road. You're also have these occult books that you're like looking through. And just like learning a little bit more. Garon, you're probably in charge of that.
Ruby's definitely kind of just trying to figure out what she is still. Like, what does this make
what
me?
is what are you now that you don't have this like you had even though you were trying to run from it, you always had kind of a purpose, which was to be the vessel of the dead queen. You've successfully skirted around that and stopped that from being your future, but now it's uncertain. Your future is whatever you can make it.
I think Garon's having a similar, but in sort of the opposite direction, thinking about the depth he had to go to in order to defeat the Witch Queen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
true.
Ava is insufferably cocky from now on, because she killed a fucking god.
All by herself.
Also fair.
No, with the power of friendship.
I love that. I'm just becoming more cocky because you happen to have the blade. I love it. You made it's the equivalent of like a school group project where like one person never shows up to the meetings, but
and then
they
shows up at the very end and kills the presentation. Like
exactly.
And you're just like, what the fuck?
They get all the credit. I love it. Yeah, and so you guys in this quest to find yourselves, and I think we'll wrap it up there as you guys continue on the road town to town, and have successfully saved the entire world. So congratulations.
And also work to avoid Fey lawyers in the future. Yes.
So I think our plan now for our viewers at home is we're going to go on a hiatus for a bit as we finished up this arc. But when I have a story I'd like to tell next, I'm sure we'll get these characters back together and something new and exciting will happen with everyone. Oh, by the way, you all get 3 experience points at the end of the session. You can go ahead and add that to your stuff. Get 2 for completing the arc, 1 for completing the session. We're up to 3. But yeah, that was lovely. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me around for this. This was great. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the system. I love the characters that you guys made. I love the relationships that you guys all formed over time. Now Ruby and Garon are married.
Oh no, I think it's all three of them are married now. It's
Oh,
not
okay,
just-
gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a mass.
Yeah.
It was a mass wedding. It was done on the fly.
Well, you
we
were able to
released
buy
it
a lot of
through.
rings.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
bought
bought a
so
lot of
many
rings.
rings.
We bought a hand. No, there's a lot of jewelry that we got from Mick Mickelson too.
Oh yeah, and we stole
Oh.
the other guy's jewelry too.
We got a ton
Yeah.
of jewelry from Mick Mickelson that she hid in that carriage.
Ron does not know what is happening.
Garon's like, what do you mean I'm married?
What?
What do you mean you were
I have
yelling
too
that?
much responsibility.
What exactly were you meaning when you were yelling all that stuff at your mom about being an in-law now and stuff?
Yeah. What does this mean?
Oh, I love it. Awesome. Well, Charlie, we got anything else?
I don't think so. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Should be back Friday. Friday this
Mhm.
time. Friday with
Yeah, we're
True
doing
Box
Fridays
Justice.
from now on.
Until
Sorry.
we changed again.
Until we decide not to do Friday and we do something else.
Yeah.
Welcome to the roller coaster that is the circus.
Woo.
But I hope everyone has a good week.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves.
Don't join any demon cults.
Yes. Do not do that.
Yep.
Please.
Don't try
otherwise,
and
uh,
resurrect a 1,000-year-old evil into the world. That's just gonna.
That's
gonna
that's
ruin
gonna
everyone's
backfire.
day.
And the karma that comes with that? Nah, I ain't messing with that. Bad vibes.
Ooh,
Don't do
can I
it.
tell you guys some lore that never came up
Yes.
about the Dead
Yes.
Queen? Just before we leave. Let's see. Okay, so she the way that she looked, like where she was like 15, 16.
Mhm.
She was actually one of the original settlers of the Roanoke colony.
Oh.
You know that whole thing with the
Yeah.
Krakoa written on the
Yeah.
thing, and the entire town disappeared.
Uh-huh.
Essentially, her town got wiped out by like a shadowy demon sort of thing,
Mhm.
and she was the only survivor who then escaped, fled, continued inland, ended up in the Appalachian Mountains, where she eventually died. But it in a way that let's see if I wrote this down. Oh yeah, she basically, as she was like dying and starving to death, she made a deal with like a like powerful undeath
Mhm.
creature that granted her like kind of eternal, not life, but eternal.
Eternal
Unlife.
Undeath.
undeath.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
And then over time, that kind of corrupted her more and more and more. She became more and more powerful, was eventually stopped by the Green, the Defenders of the Green, who entrapped her. And that's where she's been all this time, trying to get back to the material plane and take over everything. So anyway, that's a little bit of lore that never came up. But
Nice.
yes, I love it.
Very interesting. I love it.
Yes. That was all made up by me. There's literally nothing written lore-wise in the book itself. They're just like, yeah, she's an unknowable entity. And I'm like, ooh, but I want something
But what
more
if she
noble.
was?
We have to write a tragic backstory for her.
Yeah.
Do it for her.
Do it for her. You don't become
All
the
right.
evil dead queen for no reason. You've got to have a tragic backstory.
Of course you do, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, cool.
Bye bye.